We are live. That's right, folks. We are live and we are ready to go. Thank you for being here tonight. It's a wonderful Thursday. You got Friday, Junior, in the books. Friday is upon us. The weekend is almost here. You can feel it. But before we get to the weekend, before we get to Doubleheader Friday, we have Let's Rumble. And there's a lot to talk about. It won't just be Nick and I. Mr. CJ will be here as well. We are looking forward to getting into what has been one of the most insane news weeks in wrestling history. And you know what, Nick? I feel like we said that 6 or 7 times in 2022.
Oh, it just keeps happening.
I don't know what that means. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about AEW. We're going to talk about WWE. We're going to talk about a whole lot of shit, the things that we didn't expect. But we're going to get into it right now. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are ready to go. Welcome to our weekly podcast. It's a pleasure to be here as always. Yeah, we're going to get into Let's Rumble. And if you haven't been here before, what we do is we take the hot takes and the news and the stories, and there's a plethora of it right now for everybody to dive into. But I will remind everybody, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, and I am the Iron Man of YouTube, back at it again. And of course, we never do this shit alone. So I am joined by the Master of Mayhem, the troublemaker, everybody's best friend, Big Nick.
Yeah,
how you doing, buddy?
It's been a plethora of news stories, and they don't seem to keep stopping either. That's the thing. Right. Like you still have to, even when we're live now, we still got to keep like one eye on Twitter because something still might pop off.
Man, it's cutting into my sleep and everything. It's bullshit. But trying to get some rest, and then like scrolling and who said what and where did that come from?
Well, it's when you wake up and you've got like 10 notifications,
right?
You know, like this has happened, that's happened. Oh shit.
So, but that being said, folks, if you haven't been here before, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are here all the goddamn time. Most weeks we're here 7 days a week. We don't stop. We cover all the wrestling. And if you haven't liked, subscribed, and joined the family yet, what are you waiting for? It's like having a couple buddies on the couch. We are the wrestling friends that you don't get in your real life. You come here, you talk about wrestling, and we lay it down, and we get your opinion because we are for fans by fans. And Nick, we're going to wait a couple more minutes because our boy CJ, you know, we have day jobs, and he had to wrap his up today. So,
well, he's been building up. He's been bottling all of this, you know, wanting to talk about everything, you know, for about 5 days or so now. And the man, you know, has got a busy schedule. He's not able to hop on as much and everything. So he's just got stuff to unload.
Yes. So he's going to be here and rearing to go. So with that being said, what we're going to start with tonight on Let's Rumble. And if you're hearing this on Spotify, thank you for tuning in. And for those on YouTube, go check us out on Spotify. And you take us wherever you go. So even on the nights that you can't watch our content, you can listen to us on Spotify or anywhere else you get your podcasting pleasures. But Nick, we're going to start just real quick. We're not going to dive real deep into this, but we are going to talk quickly about the pay-per-views that happened this past weekend. And right before we do that, I'm just going to quickly, Dro, good to see you. Roman, yes, we'll talk about that. JV,
Davey, Oogie, Rocco, Greg, JV, everybody. Hello.
Rocco.
Good paisan.
I agree with Rocco. I agree with you on this, but we'll get to that in a bit.
But no, I do. So just kind of the big talking points and everything from Clash of the Castle. Like we got the return of Imperium, and that match with Sheamus was honestly probably match of the weekend. It's very much up there in that contention.
Yeah, I think it steals it for me. I really do. Like I thought long and hard about it, but
that was still a huge moment. We got Imperium back. We got Ludwig almost tearing up while he's crying, or while he's doing the introduction. Roman retains, and we end with a sing-songy send-off between Tyson Fury and Drew.
You know what? If they had just cleaned up that ending a little bit better.
You know what's funny? I heard, I guess, Freddie Prinze Jr. had said this on his podcast because he's talked to people that still work with the company.
Yes.
Is literally just because they forgot to say "and we're out" and like cut the feed. That we got that was supposed to just be for the crowd, and they still obviously were taping it in case they wanted to put it out online.
Some
or
rookie forgot to hit a button.
Right? Yeah, nobody said "and we're out," and they just still kept going.
Okay. Interesting.
Folks,
Yeah,
now
because I
the
mean,
funny
generally,
thing is when KJ hits, end stream and everything, that's what we do when we get off stream.
right?
We sing "Sweet Caroline" and all the great hits.
Well, I mean, a lot of times on the stream we end up singing, but to
Right,
your
that's
point,
true.
I'd rather see Braun and Titus in a sack race. That's kind of clever, JV. So, with that being said, yeah, the match of the night for me was definitely Sheamus and Gunther. Was there any surprises for you as far as the matches go?
Honestly, Seth and the response that he got, like that, I know it was in the UK and everything, but that seeing him just conducting a whole sea of hands, singing along with his theme, like even mid-match, was very interesting for me.
Yeah, no, I mean, and that was a hell of a match, by the way. To me, that was a
that was a sleeper match for sure.
No, absolutely. I think both guys, and we kind of felt like they were going to put on a good show, and I thought finally Seth gets a win on a big, on a bigger stage.
Yeah, you were right on that. I ate that L.
What's that?
I said you were right on that one. I ate that L.
Right. So, but yeah, I mean, overall, the ratings for Clash of the Castle were pretty good. Like the fans overall enjoyed Clash. No big surprises, which some people were really anticipating. The Imperium moment, like you said, was probably one of my favorite moments of the night. Real cool. Big fans of Imperium. We've bitched about it for hours on this stream about give us Imperium, give us Walter. Now the rumor is Walter likes Gunther, so we're stuck with it.
Well, and then you still had Tyson Fury stiff right hand in Austin Theory when he was running down to cash Money in the Bank briefcase, which was a hell of a moment. That I think that's been a clip going around from us because that popped me good.
Oh, that was hilarious! Like just pow right in the kisser.
Yeah, but that's the thing is it didn't have, like you said, it didn't have any huge big surprises, but from top to bottom, it was a good show.
Right. JV says he's shocked they didn't pull the trigger on Dom on the pay-per-view.
I am too. I do.
Is it because they wanted Edge to go over, like Edge Mysterio to go over for that pop with that crowd?
Maybe because I don't think, obviously Edge doesn't have many more like that. But yeah, they've fumbled this whole Dom thing still. I feel.
I mean, I will give him credit, slicking his hair back and giving him a button up and having him stand upright. I mean, and the fact that they're calling him Poppy.
No, he's the China to Rhea's Poppy.
Right? Oh, wait. Rhea's the Poppy?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Remember who's the Poppy now, Dom?
Yeah, how did he end up with Dom in his name? Survey says.
Okay.
Yeah. Rhea's like, I'll show you, Dom.
No, he's a lucky man.
Right. Best, we'll get to that in a little bit. Here, we'll touch on this one real quick because we're still on the topic. But honestly, I'm still saying the Judgment J is a smoke. Dude, no.
I like Oogie's comment here. Yes, Rhea is always Poppy. Yes.
Right.
Facts.
Facts. So, not a bad show. Then we also had NXT Worlds Collide.
Right.
And that was overall a really entertaining show as well.
Oh, yeah. It was interesting because you were getting the fusion between NXT UK and NXT 2.0 and pretty much what belt's going to stay, what's belt's going, who's still staying in NXT or at least around Orlando. Who's going back to the UK, what's going to happen with all of that, because it had to dissolve oddly. So,
yeah, I mean, overall, I was happy. I thought Braun Breaker's match was really good. I'm a big fan of Bate. Braun retains, which I'm good with. Mandy retaining was a bit of a surprise for a lot of people.
Right.
Not a bad match. I thought she did very well. A lot of people don't like her, but I think she's earned her stripes down there.
Well, and I guess I'll ask you this. Is there anyone, though, that you feel should have taken an L or anything like that because they were getting called up? Like, when do we start seeing the call-ups from NXT onto the main roster?
I think it's going to be staggered. I mean, we got Solo. That's actually
that's another big. That's the biggest surprise that we honestly skipped right over.
Yeah, I was going to say it was such a surprise we forgot to talk about it. But the match ended. We got to the sing along and we got distracted.
Right.
Just going back to the Clash real quick, guys. What ends up happening, if you haven't seen it yet, is Drew's going for the 1, 2, 3, and spoiler alert. You had enough time, but right. Solo yanks Drew out of the ring, or the ref out of the ring, and essentially costs Drew the match. So Solo joins the Bloodline. He leaves. He puts out social media posts about family.
Sammy hyping it up. Be a little awkward about this whole situation, but yeah, that was it. We knew Solo was going to go up, and I guess we had heard September was about when that would happen. We just didn't know how. Mm-hmm. But that was a hell of a match that was a good match between Drew and Roman. That was a fantastic match. And especially in that arena, that is setting, everybody was convinced to the T that Drew was winning somehow, some way. Mm-hmm. And then to have it ripped out and it instantly, makes a big deal about the Bloodline again.
Yeah, it just kind of injects some new vibe to it, and you saw the promo packages and the commercials that you got on Raw, where it's the bigger, badder Bloodline, and all right, okay.
Well, because we had talked about how Solo would come back. Sorry,
you needed something at some point to kind of make us care again a little more,
right? But so is this though how you had Solo coming up to the Bloodline?
I think there was a debate, a real big split between, him jumping into bed with Roman right away and, acknowledging his tribal chief. There was also feels that maybe it would have been better if he was reluctant and you kind of went that route. But they kind of did that already, and it opened up an opportunity for McIntyre to lose in a way that he still, saves face.
Right.
So I get it.
And I guess we'll touch on Worlds Collide one last time. Do you have a match of the night from that show? Because I know you kind of gave it to Sheamus and Gunther on Clash.
On Clash, Sheamus and Gunther. I think Ricochet, Carmelo Hayes stole the show by a mile, and that was actually one of the best matches of the weekend.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Especially that spot to where they slingshot and mid-air crossbody each other. Just chef's kiss. There, I'm like CJ's favorite NXT superstar who's coming, just randomly kissing.
Right? So CJ's favorite superstar for sure. For me, it's definitely going to be that Ricochet match was great. What else was good on that card? Most of the matches were solid. I mean, the tag match was good.
Solid. Well, that's the thing, is everything was solid. You didn't really have too many lulls throughout the shows.
No. Yeah, I mean, the tag match came down to the wire. Pretty Deadly gets the belt. No. Did they retain? Man, we watched too much wrestling.
Yes, they got
back their belts and became unified champion. Yes. No, that hell of a match. I thought especially the young upstart, there's some trouble.
Hello.
Young upstart.
Trouble has arrived. Man, I'm listening to y'all talk about this old ass pay-per-view news. Don't nobody care about the damn pay-per-views no more. AEW has 16 matches.
You, man, dragging ass for you.
Man, yeah, I see I was dragging all right. But anyway, you guys, let's go and get to some more fascinating news. No.
Yeah, he's been dying to talk
Go ahead.
Oh, man. No, but I know y'all going through the rundown of the Clash of the Castle and
we're good. We're done. We're about to get to all that.
We got
perfect timing, sir.
Well, this is where we're going to start with this. Shush. There's a plan. There's always a plan.
Yes, there is a plan.
Where is
the plan is let's be fair. Let's be fair.
We got one more show to talk about.
Shit. Y'all about to be talking for that about 2 or 3 hours. AEW All Out, go.
All Out wasn't that great of a pay-per-view. All Out got rave reviews because of one moment. Overall, it was meh. A lot of the matches were meh.
It wasn't a bad pay-per-view. It was a lot of it could have been trimmed to a Dynamite. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Too many matches for sure.
Right. That's the thing, is too much of a good thing at times, honestly.
I think they only had 3 good matches, low-key, though. Yeah. And that was definitely just the opening match, the Casino Battle Royal. I'm a big fan of the Death Triangle without Pac now. I ain't gonna lie. I love Ray Phoenix and Penta.
The Lucha Bros.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I didn't know they were
now they're the trio champion, buddy.
I know. Yeah. I was actually happy. I was like, I hope they win. But at first I was like, oh, I don't want them to win because of Pac. But then I'm like, you know what? Wait a minute. No, because I don't know if he got visa issues or whatever. So I was like, we may not ever get to see them on. But you know what? I'm happy they got it rather than the Best Friends. So that's cool. Sesame Valdez. On this channel, okay? I am not getting sued.
Right?
Well, and I guess that's a question if we're going to talk about All Out. Was that on All Out? Oh, yeah. Should the Acclaimed have won the tag titles on All Out? Because that moment they felt more over than any other tag team, any other act in the company, just in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they should have went over, but I think that right there was just a one-hit wonder for them on that day. Because you seen Buffalo, they weren't really that excited for them.
Right. So
it didn't. I guess it just didn't have the same atmosphere.
Because they didn't get to do their rap. They got cut off.
Yeah.
Well, they got cut off, right?
They know where they were going to go with it.
Right. I was actually excited for it. I'm like, nah. Nah, don't do it. Wrong time. But I feel like if we keep talking about AEW, low-key, we just gonna get right into the main topic of it.
Oh, so. We are. Yeah. That's the lead-in. We got the other stuff out of the way real quick, and then
we were.
WWE. They didn't have anything spectacular anyway. We just got Braun Strowman returning back to WWE. We still got this random angle between Miz and what is his name? Dexter Loomis. I wanted to call him Damian Loomis for some reason.
Man,
we got that now. You guys already covered Eddie Guerrero's son.
Dominic Guerrero.
Yeah, Dominic Guerrero is on there now.
Guerrero's son. We're going straight to the meat of the matter on that one.
I know, right?
I've been saying that for months.
Yeah,
they just finally caught up.
Right.
I think that's pretty much all with WWE besides Hunter getting a promotion. HBK got a promotion.
They're just making up titles now.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, right? You get a title. Title.
Everybody gets a title.
Get a title.
But that's it. That's all with WWE. So WWE is officially put behind doors because there's nothing else to talk about unless something comes out in the next 2 minutes.
CJ is officially the cleaner of the channel. Like, Kenny Omega the cleaner, right?
Like I said before, this man's just had all of this bottled up. He's just waiting to go. He's just like, and we're done here.
Because it keeps fucking evolving, and it's very frustrating because it is a big ass he said situation, and it sucks. But
yeah,
shit.
All right. Well, where do you want to start with? I know everyone's dying to get to it. I know you're dying to get to it. Punk hits the Scrum. The Scrum heard around the world. Digs in and just unloads. And Tony sat there like a deer in headlights. He walks off, and it leads to a brawl in a locker room or backstage somewhere anyway. Now people are suspended, fired, possibly titles stripped, chaos. Where do we start?
There's 5 layers to everything you just said there. That's the thing.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. You guys realize when Tony, he said he was gonna go live. This fucker did a pre-recorded scene.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we know
and
that.
They just broadcasted it. That shit was dumb. It just shows that he doesn't know. It's either 2 things. He was either being smart with it because he knew that if he would have came out, people would have booed his ass. Or for 2, he was like, let me go ahead and record it. I want you guys to make sure this video is louder than the crowd. So if he went that route, I also
think he's a nervous Nelly, and he probably doesn't want to be fucking out there twitching like he has been in the past. But this is where you use somebody like Regal or somebody like Samoa Joe.
You don't drag him down with this. This is on Tony. That's the thing.
No. I mean, as an authority figure. Right. So when you have an announcement, you have somebody that can actually speak like a grown-ass adult come out and go, ladies and gentlemen, we have stripped the titles. We're having a tournament. Let's go.
Why you have to do the accent?
Tony, you built this shithole. You live in this shithole. You sat there looking up like a deer in the headlights the whole time, acting unprofessional, not handling that situation like the CEO, like the owner of that business.
Like CEO, the general manager, the creative director.
Everything. You want to have all these titles? Well, then you better act like it. And he just sat there and just let Punk go off.
You better act right before you get smacked, right?
Because he knew there was going to be no repercussions from that.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's crazy. Like I said, everything all started off because somebody in the crowd, they asked him a question about Colt Cabana. He went off on Colt
Cabana. That's actually been refuted.
No, but I actually I went back and re-listened. He didn't ask a question.
He did what? When?
Yeah, no, there was no question. Punk went, hey, who in here considers themselves journalists, and just started rolling from that. Nobody asked the question yet.
It'd be like the second KJ
he was like you getting on the stream tonight. Yeah. He was like CJ getting on the stream tonight. Couldn't wait.
What? I legit thought
that's what was going out. But that's the thing, is this has been very much a whole
you know what? He probably just did the shit.
It's been, you get one story from the Elite that they're painted as, they were just trying to do what Punk asked. They were making sure that Larry was taken care of. They were just going in there to talk. And then you get it from CM Punk's angle, and he's like, no, these three assholes kicked in my fucking door and came in and just started aggressively talking to me after I'm already hot, after I'm already heated.
Yeah. But I understand. Like, I mean, I'm surprised that they had the balls to do it. But I want to.
It took three of them.
Yeah, but I mean, you called three of us out. Fuck it, we're coming. I mean, he had the dog and Ace, and oddly enough, Ace was the one that bit somebody, not the dog. What the fuck are the odds of that happening?
Larry's the key witness in all this.
Yeah, well, did you hear the story? Like, Kenny was just trying to save the dog. I was like, wait, why?
I will say that everything that you hear from this is more, Kenny's been more of the adult in this situation. Honestly, not obvious, like out of a terrible situation, he was still the one that wanted to actually just talk to Punk, was trying to talk to him on the side and everything like that. Was trying to, I guess, supposedly look out for Larry. You're getting the Bucks are the ones that are getting hit in the face with a chair and everything.
My bad. I had to go get my own proof of that no question being asked, and I do know for a fact that there was a question asked, but and the reason why I say that is because if you think about it, before that shit happened, I guess he asked the question before they even went live on air.
Oh, okay, I'll give you that then.
Because he just started right there.
Yes,
and that's why he asked you something. So you fancy yourself as a journalist? Are you friends with Scott Colton?
Right. Well, and he knew that he was. That's the fucking setup. Right.
Well, that's when he even says, you took my pop there, or you took my spot there because you aren't friends with him anymore.
Right. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. We need to know who asked the question and what was the question, because if we can do that, then we already know that he was triggered to begin with. But
we can assume what it was.
Go ahead.
We could assume it was somewhere along the lines of Colt Cabana, right? And now Punk is sitting down. This guy, the first question he gets asked, apparently, is in regards to Colt Cabana from a guy that he knows is friends with Colt Cabana.
Right.
And that was enough to just go.
Right. But even then, still, honestly, you're a professional. Even if you go the Marshawn Lynch route and I'm just here so I won't get fined. Anything like that. There's no answer. You're good. And even then, if he does start to go that route, Tony should have stepped up and addressed that.
Well, Tony was over there
just
oh my god.
Tony looked like he caught his two side chicks just finally met each other and we're gonna square up. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. No, but that's where you need, again, where Tony has to have a management in place that, if it was fucking, again, I hate to bring up the same people, but pick anybody that has management capabilities in that company, they would have put their hand on the mic and went, Punk, no. Or something.
Regal, anybody that's in that position
Regal, before. Hey, Regal probably would have punched him over in the mouth.
Hey, smack.
I'm being realistic. He may punch him in the face. So Nick, you asked me a question. I think you did ask me a question on Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know when that was online. Monday, I think it was Monday.
Yeah, expecting me to remember this, but go ahead.
Yeah, one of those. So you asked me, you said, and KJ, I think you may have asked as well. You said, was Punk right or wrong for this situation?
Right.
Yes.
So, with my perspective after everything has been going on, was Punk in the right to say what he said at the media scrum? I personally am going to say yes. He did have the right to say that, because if Hangman already broke protocol for one. He took a shot, he took a shoot during the whole, their little promo. And I watched his promo, and whatever he said didn't make no damn sense. So
that was the funniest part of it all. What?
It was dumb as hell. Talking about I'm fighting for the whole AEW.
He doesn't need advice.
It was dumb as hell. But then, second of all, if I'm already on a conversation talking about Colt Cabana, and basically what he said, what really triggered him was that the Young Bucks were the ones that leaked the information. They leaked the rumor that CM Punk was the reason why Colt Cabana got released from AEW, I guess, or a sideline, and went to Ring of Honor instead. That's why I say he was right, because we do need to know that, because we all, as fans and as people that dig into this shit, we can only speculate off of one person's word. So if it comes from the actual source, then it's way much better. So that's why I would say I think that me personally, I don't think, I know he was right for saying it. He had the rights to say it. He used the right platform. No, but I'm happy that it was out.
Okay, so you saved it with me on the back end there, because I do agree with most of what you were saying there. I do agree that he was right in what he said. If there's anyone that's leaking information from that company, it's Jericho and the Elite. Very clearly, obviously, Meltzer is in their back pocket. And it's on record that Nick Jackson's the one that went to Tony to try and fight for Colt to at least get signed to Ring of Honor before his contract ran out. Punk had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But I still go back to that point of he shouldn't have gotten through saying something like that on that platform.
No.
That's still something that should not have gotten out. That's to me is the biggest problem with AEW, is there's never been any sort of clear leadership or no authority figure. You would never hear a story like this coming from WWE.
Yeah, so, I mean, the most we've got was CM Punk's official pipe bomb, but I do want to take one quick second. I need to answer this question for Anthony. Anthony says, guys, is there any tape Raw Smackdown shows coming up for the next 2 weeks in the UK, because they might have to cancel due to the Queen passing away? Anthony, if I can be real with you, I'm from the US. We don't cover the UK at all, so I don't know.
No, there's no show. They're not taping
they're
it. They're done their tour over there.
Yeah, they're back in the States now.
No, he's saying he's trying to figure out if they're going to get the coverage. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. We don't know anything about this. Yeah, only thing we know about this that she passed away. That's it. So yeah,
I didn't even chuckle there. It was just a funny, like, listen.
No, I laughed at it too. That's why I had to stop. I'm like, well,
P's and P's for the Queen, I guess.
Right? Like, am I still going to get my wrestling? Yeah, no, I know something happened, but can I get my wrestling? No.
You can just watch us cover it live. If you don't get it.
To the whole royal family. I know us Canadians are still tied to the Commonwealth, and you rebels got away from it. But
in that whole situation. So.
Right.
Oh, man.
What up, Jake? But yeah, so
normal guy, all that.
Here's the thing about the whole Punk thing. Should he have gone off like that? No. Should he be allowed to go off like that? No. Should you be able to just sit? Your boss is right there. And by all definition, the EVPs are his boss. Like, by definition of where their roles are, they're above him on the depth chart. So it's insubordination.
How's insubordination?
Because you're going.
You know what insubordination means, right?
Yeah, he's going against his bosses publicly.
Did his boss tell him to stop?
Going up against him.
Independent contractor, sir. Independent contractor.
That he's talking about.
It's on his time. Independent contractor. You don't know.
No, you're still getting paid to be at that conference. Get the fuck out of here.
No, I'm just saying. You said it was insubordination. I mean, if Tony told him to stop multiple times, then yes.
Yeah, he didn't listen.
But I mean, this is a wrestling business. There's no such thing as no damn insubordination when it comes down to this
Tony
shit.
never once said stop.
Yeah, Tony
was more of siding with him. And then we saw him just deer in the headlights, even during when Jericho is letting him know that stuff's popped off backstage because the security guard's running off.
He's like, are we okay? No, but in any company, if you take on, like, if you went and beat up one of the, or went after verbally, well, I got ahead of the story. If you go after verbally, you're one of your executive vice presidents of the company, you're in shit. You're probably not working there anymore.
Right.
But the problem here is, hold your horses. The problem here is he's sitting next to the fucking guy, the head cheese, who loves him and knows, well, that's my cash cow, so I'm going to let him say whatever he wants.
Well, okay. What about Sasha Banks doing it? What if that was a Sasha Banks doing it? You see, if you kind of sort of see where I'm going with it, they pretty much got almost the same star power. A company needs both of those people. They don't need that company. More like the company needs both of them or either one of them.
I disagree completely. AEW really needs Punk. He's their biggest draw. Sasha
Yeah,
Banks,
he's the biggest
Banks
draw.
is like 8th, 10th on the list. We don't even notice she's gone. The rest of
No,
them still
no. This is funny because you agree. You said you the one that said this shit. No, what I'm saying is like you remember like we are saying like this. Let's say, for instance, if that wasn't a CM Punk going off like that. Let's say, for instance, that was Colt Cabana doing that shit.
Fired.
Colt Cabana would have been fired immediately
on the spot.
So what I'm saying is, it's pretty much almost kind of sort of a same scenario with CM Punk and then a Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks walked out of her company. She didn't get fired. She asked for a release. She got released. All right, yeah, some shit like that.
She's still there, I think.
The biggest thing that's missing from this whole discussion to me is that you had the EVPs of this company going into a talent's locker room.
All right, so yeah.
And you know, then that whole altercation happens, regardless of whether it's quote unquote insubordination from Punk. You're the EVP of this company. You should have sat there and gone and talked to Tony if you were really had your panties in a twist about this. You don't go and handle that way. You can't be one of the boys and an EVP at the same time.
Question: wouldn't you want to handle it that way though? You're sitting in the
if you're one of the boys, but that's the thing is once you give yourself that EVP title.
Well, I'm taking that out of it just as
well, they should be stripped of that title too, by the way.
Well, we'll get there because you're getting stripped of a few things. But I mean, I understand why they would storm his fucking dressing room because I would feel the same way. Fuck you. I'm going to go have a talk. Now, granted, they're EVPs, so they got to handle themselves differently. Yeah. And they didn't. And instantly, you open that company up to lawsuits, you know, they're in a pinch here.
As a whole.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing about it. And that's why I think, shit, I mean, honestly, technically, CM Punk was off the clock.
No.
His EVPs,
I still love
EVPs
that.
were on the
it's
clock.
It's embarrassing that I have to do this on my time.
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Technically, he was off the clock. Technically, the media scrum, I don't count that. I mean, the media scrum, it can go both ways. Who knows? But if it was in his concept that he needed to do it, then sure, he was on the clock. But once he left that media scrum and went to the backstage, that was his time with his dog Larry. The EVPs of the company came back there, disrupted him at his own time, and started some chaos. So
if you're in a locker room and you're already in it heated, and you have 3 people that you already have an issue with walk into your locker room right then and still try and quote unquote talk to you, you're gonna very much feel like this is a whole different situation than whatever I guess the Bucks might have thought they were presenting.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, when we talk about lawsuits and what they were talking about in all the news or whatever articles, the only lawsuit that can really come from this shit, I personally think is either Kenny Omega is going to try to sue Ace Steel for biting him, and then also CM Punk can sue the EVPs. So then, and that's where I'm looking at it. And the reason why I say this is because Punk at that point in time was a regular civilian getting attacked by 2 company executives. Yeah, because otherwise than that, what lawsuits can they really bring up? Like what other lawsuits will that be?
Well,
the EVPs can't sue Punk.
No, it would be the other way around because represented, you know, it would be like the fucking, you know, pick any company, like whatever company you work for, and executive VP comes to your work area and fucking thumps the shit out of you. You don't sue him, you sue the entire fucking company. Yeah. And you get everything you can. Now, if the argument is, well, Punk got injured, Punk's out 4 to 6 months now, apparently. You know, was it during the match? Was it during the fight? I mean,
I heard it's even longer than that. I heard he's like that with the Christian injury of it's like the 6 to 9 month range.
Yeah, okay. But that's crazy. It sucks. It sucks. He had a big ass comeback. Mm-hmm. Lost a match, won the match, injured again.
He's a 2-time champion, and the second reign was for 5 days.
3 days, I think. Wait, what? Second reign? 5 days? The fuck? How? It's only a day, technically.
No, because he won it on Sunday.
Oh shit!
Monday, Tuesday.
That's 3.
I see where you're going. Yeah, what the fuck? What?
What drugs am I
I don't know
on?
about what they've said. Okay,
I was like, wait, it did say 3 days.
Monday,
Look,
Tuesday, Wednesday.
I'm agreeing with you and
day.
everything. But yeah, I mean, it was all a big clusterfuck, and I got the articles up right here. I was gonna read.
Do it.
I gotta find the right one actually to figure out where the hell it was a he said, she said situation. But I mean, while I find that, what the fuck happened with Malakai Black?
We want to go there now? Just real
What
quick,
happened
though.
with Malakai Black?
I have one other question because I read conflicting reports.
We're
but
coming back to
apparently-
CM Punk. We're coming back to CM Punk for sure.
Okay, so
Malakai Black? I gotta find that article right quick.
well, some people are hating on him. I heard he stepped away kind of for injury / personal reasons / I don't probably want to do this anymore with you because you guys all suck.
yeah, I think there's a myriad of reasons when it comes to him, and even at All Out with that hug and then kind of bow to the crowd and everything, it very much felt like he knew he was done regardless. It's going to be interesting to see which way it is with this. Like you said, is this a personal reason asking for a leave, or is this him trying to go to the Fed? Is this going to be that 90-day no compete clause? Sorry.
No, it's funny.
That WWE normally has, because normally, when's the last time you remember someone getting released from AEW? Normally, their contracts are renewed.
Now, it's a conditional release.
Yeah.
So this is what I heard with the conditional portion of it. I heard that first of all, Malakai allegedly is taken off for mental health issues. So in the conditional agreement, apparently it's supposed to be he can't work anywhere for a year with pay. So they're going to pay him for that full year, but after that year is up, then he's supposed to be free and he can go do what he want to do. That way he can immediately go jump ship to WWE. That's what I'm hearing, but it's not confirmed. We really don't know what's the true conditional release.
Well, and even then, if it is for mental health reasons, then he has, by all means, absolutely.
No, the mental health thing, that's confirmed. That's confirmed.
Oh, that's well, even then, so absolutely. Yeah.
No, just quickly here, like JV said, he's lost all respect in him. He blamed mental health issues, but he never showed mental health issues before. But listen, JV, that's a tough one to jump on, and that's a tough one to give an opinion on. He could have felt being released from the WWE was best for his life, and he was like, okay. So it might not have led to the problem, but then he gets to AEW, and when you already know, okay, I was there, now I'm here, I want to make it happen here, and all of a sudden you're going under at everybody, it could become very demeaning and depressing and frustrating. Or maybe it's just stressed and strained and everyone in the back's fighting and they're having fucking meetings. And he's just like, I need to go fucking have a nap. I'll be back.
Yeah. He was just like, basically it was the mental health things and then also how his character is being treated. You gave me full creativity, full creative mode. We went creative with it. It took forever to get Julia Hart in it into the Black House. And then now you're going under everybody. It makes no sense. And then on top of that, what pissed me off the most? We were big advocates for that group to win the trios titles. Yeah. They were not even in the picture. They wasn't even in the picture for it. So it was like, what the fuck? It was
they lost to, what was it, the Dark Order?
Oh, they got an opportunity to be in there?
Yeah, no, they lost
in there and then they lost to the Dark Order.
Yeah.
Wow.
They went under.
And if I can just, I guess, have half of a moment here, JV, just because someone's not showing any sort of signs of dealing with a mental health issue or anything like that doesn't mean that they aren't. So that's a terrible mindset to have.
Yes.
So regardless of whether you think he's using that as a crutch or an excuse or anything like that, you don't know what's going on with that man. Remember, these are still human beings.
Okay, Punk.
That's
what his favorite.
Way more.
After being in the WWE and it just fucking going up in smoke, you get another lease on life. You feel pretty pumped about, okay, I got this new company. This guy likes me. They're gonna let me do my thing. I'm doing it. It's good. It's good. Oh, I still can't get over. I'm still not getting ahead. If he gets
me like trash,
he could just be burned out from trying.
Right.
Yeah.
And
so
he jumps around. They're in a bunch of. They show up in House of Glory. They show up in that promotion. But
that's what he wants to do, I guess. I don't. But see, the whole thing is we don't know we don't know what's really in their contracts. So
Right.
I mean, like I said, I love to hear from the black sheep himself, so we can figure out what that probably was a bad term. I don't know what the fuck I mean, but it's better to hear from the horse's mouth himself rather than speculating everything. I mean, just use it like that. I don't know what the hell a black sheep is now. But jumping back over to that, because that was pretty much it. That was with Malakai Black. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. No, if we're going back to the other topic, and again, I'm a huge fan of Malakai Black. So, I mean, I want to see him do well. I hope he's doing all right. And rest is what he needs. But maybe this is his way of one step towards leaving the chaos that's that. Maybe Triple H is his one beacon of hope. Like, if I can get to H, I will be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
He knows it. I mean, and now you got to think, too, it's Miro feeling the same way. That's Andrade feel the same way.
Yes.
Those are two other people that have heavily been in the news.
Bobby Fish, well, he just I
got an update. You know what, matter of fact, you're right. We'll save Punk then, because you want to talk about Bobby Fish. I got a fat
challenge Punk to
challenge Punk.
Yeah, that shit was funny as hell.
Let's fight. I want to see it.
Anyway.
So this is an article. It says this is from Fightful Select. It said we've learned more about Bobby Fish leaving AEW. It says Bobby and AEW has entered discussions about possibly renewing his deal. And there were said to be some interest on both sides about continuing the relationship. I love how everything is a fucking relationship. However, the two sides couldn't come to terms financially, and they parted ways.
Okay.
So that was pretty much it. It was just a money situation. So it wasn't nothing else they were saying.
I have heard that he could maybe still come back, but he has very much praised Triple H in a lot of interviews and a lot of, news clips.
But check this out.
Oh,
after Kyle O'Reilly got injured, they said that they didn't have any creative ideas for Bobby Fish.
Yeah, right.
So he was pretty much going to be another sitting duck. And then on top of that, Bobby said back in 2021 in October when he was facing Punk, he said that him and Punk had some issues about that match as well. It's like, honestly, with this CM Punk situation, WWE was never in the wrong. So y'all all bashed WWE and shit for letting this man go. But in reality, he's letting himself go. He can't, to not be an alcoholic, he sure in the hell acts like one. That's all I'm saying.
He act like my drunk uncle and he never drinks. It's the weirdest shit.
It makes no fucking sense. And the reason I said this is because he doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. And there's not one drunk person that I've ever met that can get drunk and shut the fuck up unless they're going to sleep. That dude has a fucking motor mouth. Mm-hmm. He doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know how to be humble, nor does he know how to be professional. This shit is
be humble.
This dude's fucking.
Well, here's the one thing. First and foremost, it's been back into this Punk stuff. So the story I've read a couple times now that Nick was in fact knocked out. He got hit with a chair. It hit him in the eye, but he got knocked out at some point. Out.
Shouldn't kick my damn door down, dummy.
Well, even then, though, this is a thing, though, that this type of, I guess, behavior follows Punk in every promotion that he's been in. Mm-hmm. As much as I agree with what Punk said, this is a repeating habit of.
But I mean, this time management,
constantly, he needs that chip on his shoulder. He needs that tension, or for whatever reason, it seems
brings out the best in him.
Right, but he self-implodes. He's Icarus. He flies super close to the sun.
Did he self-implode this time, or had he gone to Tony a bunch of times? And Tony's a little bit Tony's showing himself as a bit of a jellyfish, right? And that's the problem.
Nick, you hit it on right there. I'm sorry, kid, but Nick hit it on right there. We simply don't know.
Yeah.
We really don't know, and that's why I said that, and that's why I was saying I agree that Punk, what he said, it needed to be said because you don't know if there was conversation between CM Punk and Tony Khan behind the doors. You don't know if CM Punk tried to bring the EVPs together and figure out how can we, coexist. We don't know that stuff. Do I believe that happened? No.
Or I believe Tony even very much just being best friends with everybody if he'll tell Punk what he wants to hear. And especially we know he very much, the EVPs, the elite, have his ear like it's on a fucking leash. So, right. So it's how much was actually getting handled professionally, how much was really getting communicated from one side to the other, how much was getting handled the way it needed to be. And now he's just built this whole powder keg. Mm-hmm. And I know you've talked to KJ about this them working this into a storyline of them using this, even if it is using this on TV.
Ooh, I hope not.
I feel like that's that's that Matt Hardy, that Ed situation. You lean too far into real life, and then you're dumping gasoline on a fire that's already going.
Yeah, but the good thing about it is, the good / bad thing about it is Punk is gone for 6 to 8 months, so we really don't know.
Is it fake? Or they just tell him to go away?
That's his suspension is 6 to 8 months. We'll say you got hurt.
You're hurt for 6 to 8 months.
Hey, but you know what? If
just so happens Christian has the same injury.
If it's a legit injury, it worked out for Punk because now he can literally go get help. He can go away for a couple months, and we're good. But I do want to know how long is the suspension for the EVPs?
Yeah, I'm curious about the suspension length, but also, do you honestly think, like, let's say the EVPs got a month. They sit out 4 shows. They never go to Rampage very much anyway. So they sit out 4 shows and they and then Punk's out for 6, 7 months, say, feels good, and he just comes back and we're all good to go. Is that even a possibility at this point that all those people end up
that much of a delay on it, and then you still go say Kenny versus Punk? Like, is it still going to be that hot? Is it still going to be?
Hell yeah! You know what, KG? Now that's a storyline right there, easily. Punk is going away for 6 to 8 months. The EVP's got a couple weeks off. Kenny Omega takes over. He's going to win the belt. And then we got the 2. No. Wait. Kenny Omega gets basically what I'm saying. What the fuck, boy? That scarf got fucked up in the camera.
Fucking green screen.
But no, say this. The Elite, they come back from their suspension and they are the head. They are the bloodline of AEW. Okay. Now imagine this shit. FTR, they're still doing them. CM Punk comes back in 6 to 8 months. CM Punk FTR versus the Elite. Winner takes all match for whatever belts they got.
Oh wow!
It will literally work. Exactly. There you go. Fucking all out.
Yeah, that will be the end and be all of that whole company.
Man.
That's the thing is this has already told me though that this is all a pipe dream. This is all to me if you're getting people that can actually work together, that can if this is a company that can actually run. That there's actually people in charge of this. You're expecting a lot out of Tony here. To me, this is just another nail in the coffin. This has very much always been WCW.
The company will never be a legitimate competitor of the WWE. The company will never be where it wants to be. And it actually might go the other way and not be at all if you don't have a leader. The one thing WWE had for 30 years was a guy that said, yes, no, fuck you. That's Vince. Vince didn't, you knew who the boss was. They still revere him. Like he had that aura about him, and he told you how it was, and he ran the show. And if you didn't like it, you go hang out at Impact.
Right.
Like that's the way it goes. So with Tony's friends with everybody. We talked about it with Big Swole. Oh, well, me and Tony were sitting there smoking a joint. He was telling me what a great wrestler I was. Then he let me go, and you're like, bam, problems.
Well, and I sorry, go ahead, KJ or CJ.
No, I was done.
No, I was looking. It looks like I froze. No, I froze. Wow. You good. Okay.
I was going to just mention another layer to this whole thing with Cody Rhodes now of how
Genius.
How he left AEW, him going over to WWE, was he kind of the linchpin keeping all of this craziness tucked in? Or
he had NDAs.
Was that the first warning sign that these EVPs are really out to lunch?
But they did the same thing to Cody. They were having internal issues with Cody, and Cody was like, well, we should do this. And they're like, no, we want to do this. And then all of a sudden it started getting leaked out. Issues between Cody and the Bucks, and Cody and Kenny get an argument. And who's getting these stories? How does Meltzer know this shit? Well, because the wrong people are leaking it out. Or the people that are in that inner circle are using that. The minute those stories hit the internet, all of a sudden Cody starts getting big boos. Because if you upset the Bucks and if you upset Kenny, the diehard we drank the Kool-Aid AEW fans will not tolerate that. That's why they hate Cornette. That's why they hate JR. That's why they hate Punk. That's why if you don't fit our little bubble and if you upset our buddies, you are getting No love.
It's you keep placating to the smart mark crowd.
But the smart mark crowd is small. And we're going to talk about the ratings because our buddy Dale, one of our famous.
Read my damn mind. I was literally about to say, you know what? On some happier news.
Yeah, you want to click on that?
Ratings. I go to click on it. I got a screenshot because I want to go into all the ratings for all the shows right quick. I had seen this earlier. So AEW last night, they hit 1 million and what was it? 35? 1,035? It looks like.
Yes.
Yeah, here we go. Dale, right? Oh shit. There we go. So yeah, they hit that. This is the third week in a row. 1 million for AEW. You had Punk versus Mox week 1.
Yep.
Week 2 was we just had Punk and Mox on there again. That's it. Week 3, Punk is still in your news.
Yeah.
That's 3 times we have CM Punk on the show. Or CM Punk in the news.
Punk is the biggest draw in this company. Whether people like him, hate him, or think he's an asshole, it doesn't matter. He is the biggest draw in the company.
That's his beef with Hangman, who manages to skate on all of this whole situation because he went home. Building. Right.
But the whole thing is this: CM Punk is the draw, but he's not the best wrestler on that show. And that's probably why people get. That's probably why guys like Hangman, Kenny, the Bucks, they get upset because they're trying to tell him you can be a draw, but you're not better than me. And CM Punk, he got to know that he ain't better.
But that's when it comes to professional wrestling. Honestly, at times, if you're the best technical wrestler versus the best draw, that's when you're splitting hairs. Especially if you're running a wrestling promotion, and who am I going to push? Who do I put as the top guy? This and that.
And where we've seen problems with that, FTR is the best tag team in the world. And
they lost. They're losing their flame though.
They are because that's how they roll.
Because they're just getting set on the sidelines. They're the buddies now.
Buddy, you get to All Out. The FTR defends. FTR is fighting for a title or defending a title at All Out. You decide. But they're in a tag team match. No, they shove them in a trios, a nothing trios. Not like, all right, you put Wardlow with FTR, put them in the trios tournament and let them fucking win it. But no.
Quick question.
They get what?
Go ahead. No, finish up.
But that's where they get swallowed. And then the Bucks should have done proper and gave those belts to the Bucks to FTR.
I'm like, wait, to the Bucks?
Yeah, give it back to themselves. But they didn't. They dodged. Now they give it to Swerve. And like you said, FTR's buzz is slowly fizzling.
And I personally realized, I'm like, well, shit, they not. The Acclaimed is at this point to me got a bigger goddamn audience pop from them. I mean, we got a bigger Acclaimed audience pop from them instead of FTR. So it's like shit.
Well, it even halfway goes. So I know KJ said this on stream before and everything is that AEW will never truly quote unquote die because Tony could still chunk off a whole big chunk of this roster. And they'd still have a talented roster. They'd still be there with Impact. They'd still be there with NWA. All of that. They may never be a quote unquote WWE competitor, but
I'm sorry, that's funny, bro. Impact only does 100K.
Yeah,
well,
less than that.
You got my point.
I see where you come from. Like,
they're bigger than that. They still have bigger names than that. But before we get to that, I do notice a lot of people hanging around the views tonight. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining the channel. It's the fastest growing channel out there. We are the Wrestling for Life news. The Wrestling for Life, bringing you the news. I just lumped it all together. I know where I work. This is the Let's Rumble podcast, folks. We do this all the time. Tomorrow we will be back for double header Friday, SmackDown live reaction, Rampage live reaction. And then we go into the rest of the week. We cover all the shows. We cover all the brands. If you like hardcore, we'll be here for it. If you like technical wrestling, we'll be here for it. You like New Japan or anything else in between? You want some garbage matches? You want some cage matches? We got it all here at the Wrestling for Life Network. It's like having buddies on the couch to watch the shows with. Do not watch them alone. Like, subscribe, join the family today because we love doing it and we're here all the goddamn time, Nick.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, well, if it's pro wrestling, we're here covering it. Trust me. We were even talking before we went live tonight and everything about, hey, what can we do to bring out more stuff and everything? So trust me, it's always big things popping, little things stopping over here. Up to some season never ends, folks.
That's it, and we are definitely up to some stuff. We're moving and shaking, and you guys seen the evolution of this channel for the ones who have been here from the beginning. So we thank y'all. We're driving to 1K. Help us out. Help us get there. We are getting ever so close by the day. And with all that being said, yeah. So now
I'm gonna just end it real quick with our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. And if you're talking about wrestling, you better put that forward life with it.
That's
actual.
it.
Oh, so I just had a quick question from a chat member right here. It says Tony needs to fire the EVPs. Nobody would miss the Bucks or Kenny if they left.
Yes, it's true.
I'm going to rebut only one person. That's Kenny Omega. It's only Kenny Omega.
Virtual high five.
Why? Why? What is he? What?
Kenny
didn't miss him while he was gone.
Kenny Omega is still a draw. Just because you don't like him doesn't mean he's not a draw.
Kenny Omega is a draw, and he knows how to be professional.
His return didn't
draw shit. Book that shit.
His return didn't draw shit
because he had the tactical turtleneck.
So what? That's bullshit. If you're a draw, you draw regardless of what you're wearing. You run out there with a Trojan condom on.
He was still halfway injured. He had more booking of a story around him. That's Tony. That's not Kenny,
bro.
He's an EVP.
Kenny's honestly still looking more towards beyond his wrestling career. He's still not going to have a lot. He's not going to have one of those 30-year cares like the Taker, or somebody has.
I mean, he's going to save his thumbs for video games. What can you do?
Ha ha ha!
Damn. Hogan thought he was the main event, even when he was mid card. Damn.
You're supposed to though. That's the thing.
No. I've been saying that the Young Bucks are the Hogan of tag team wrestling.
Right?
What you gonna do, brother?
Well, it doesn't work for me, brother. That's what that is, fully.
Valdez said wrestling is about selling tickets and merch. Omega, great wrestler. When you have seen him sell out a 30K arena by himself.
He never sold that arena out by himself.
No, he says when
sells it out by himself.
He's saying when have you? Shit, MJF says otherwise.
No. But listen, if Kenny Omega was a big draw, like you just talked about Punk, all this Punk shit's going on right now, and people start tuning in. Even on this channel, our stream, our Wednesdays have picked up over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah,
the number of people tuning in on Wednesdays to watch us has increased in a good amount. But when Kenny came back to join that trios tournament, 200,000 viewers dipped and went home.
Because we're not what's going to happen because he was attached to the Young Bucks. Everybody's going at Kenny because of what's happened in AEW. Look at Kenny. Don't forget about Kenny's career.
What have you done for me lately?
He's been saddled with 2 Cucamonga kids.
He loves those. They're like his nuts, left nut and right nut. Like he's not saddled with them.
That's why I was worried about the dog because one just got smacked in the chair.
How does a man go save a dog and get bit by a human?
Right. That sounds like a headline out of Florida. No offense to anyone from there, but tell me that doesn't sound like something like that. Local Florida man saves dog bitten by man.
I'm sorry, but Ace still deserves to be fucking terminated and blackballed from the whole wrestling industry.
Yeah, but we don't know what's happening with them. I think the most we know is he's suspended.
I don't give a fuck. This man bit another man and pulled his hair. What kind of kinky shit he was on? That man was on some kinky ass. See, the chair was okay. I understand the chair, but bro, you bit a man and you pulled him like you don't get enough play at home with your wife. What the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking weirdo.
But I mean, listen, hold on, time out though. We don't know what happened. It could have been a case of
I don't give a hell.
Dude
is out another man's hair, bro. How would you feel if I came up to you and I bit you and pulled your beard?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't kill you for it. I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is, picture this: you're minding your own fucking business. The next thing you hear your wife screaming, and a dog barking, and a kerfuffle, and you turn and go running, and your boy is getting the shit kicked out of him, which is highly unlikely. But there's 3 men or 4 at that point because Christopher Daniel got suspended, and who else
Pat Buck got suspended.
Well, they were. Yeah, they were all around that. Same when Nakazawa, Cutler, they both got suspended as well.
Yeah,
so this probably honestly wasn't even just those 3.
So, dude, tell me, if you're on the bottom of a dog pile and there's 4 or 5 guys grabbing at you and you're outnumbered, I'm gonna pull some hair. I'm gonna bite something. I don't know what's happening.
There's no rules in a street fight.
You got your arm in my mouth. I'm gonna fucking chop down. I gotta win.
Somebody gonna die. Somebody gonna get hurt real bad.
Right? Like. You know, but we don't know. Like, where's Brandon Cutler's fucking camera? The guy's got it glued to his fucking hand. Where is the footage from his camera? Let's go.
It's all just him getting chairs thrown at him and thrown out of the locker room. You didn't see anything. It's all just like,
bro, you bit another man. You pulled his hair. I'm never gonna be able to drop that shit.
Saturday night.
That's what I'm never gonna be able to drop that. That is
I didn't
fucking
know that guy was
hilarious.
in the fucking company until a week ago.
Right.
Exactly. Like I still don't know who the guy is to this day, and that's the problem. But
he's a Chicago guy.
I don't care no more. He been a man.
It doesn't matter who he is.
It doesn't matter.
I don't care who you man.
Man, like you bit a man, brother.
Welcome to the show,
That shit
Strange
is
and
terrible.
Tippy General. Oogity Boogie, I think we got you already.
Boogity.
But welcome.
Oh, Oogie, Edward,
Oogie.
everybody, Ross,
Oogie.
Clinton, all the new faces popping up.
Clinton,
Make sure you guys go to subscribe to the channel if you
Right,
guys
sorry,
haven't done
Edward.
so already. Like KJ said earlier, we do this shit a lot. 7 days a week. We got the two guys, the one at the bottom with the MJF scarf on, fucking Mark, and then we got the bearded man, the Eric Bish. I'm just going on a rant.
Hey, Punk. Hey, Punk.
Hey, look, man, look, don't get mad, man. I might call A Silk and make him come bite challenge
Right.
for your beard.
Now, question
No,
is,
you'll call that dude from NXT. He'll start just kissing the air.
I want to know if Adam Page was in the arena when the scrum happened, or had he left?
No,
prior
he had
to
already
scrum?
left. He wasn't needed for the scrum, so it had already been reported that he was left. That's why he
Part of
wasn't
me-
involved in anything. He managed to skate on this. The man who was like the straw that
Catalyst of it all.
back. Yeah.
Right? But again, there's been lots of reports of the Bucks leaking shit and playing politics, and like I said,
Are you surprised?
That trios tournament was the biggest fucking joke ever. For that tournament to end up with that, no wonder Malakai needs a fucking mental rest.
Oh,
That
I've
is
been on the
crazy.
record saying that team, they're not the greatest tag team in professional wrestling. They're the greatest tag team at self-relating each other.
But let me bring this up to a very, very valuable and valid point. All Out was about MJF's return.
And
We haven't talked about MJF at all.
And we should.
That whole entire time.
That's what tells you that it's not, that this is a shoot, that this isn't a work.
Yes.
And see, that's the problem. If MJF was not in the picture, then yes, I would have been like, yeah, this is a big ass work. Who gives a shit? But since MJF came back, and he is technically the biggest draw apparently to them now in the company. Why aren't we talking about MJF? Even his promo that he had cut last night was weird as shit. With Moxley coming in, it was good, but it was weird as shit because Mox. It was good. No, what I'm saying is Moxley came out and it was basically like they just. I just understand it. It was a bunch of bullshit.
Because MJF's going to end up with this title is why.
Good. He needs to.
Right on my birthday.
In Long Island,
Tony. Your
on
entire
his
company's
birthday.
been a dumpster fire. I'll still WCW you all day, but thank you for
Right.
giving me MJF and winning the belt.
MJF's going to take the belt on Nick's birthday. And for those who don't know, that's the September 21st at Grand Slam. Did I get your birthday right?
X.
Yes.
Going to get some of these comments out the way right quick.
Yes, do it.
Strange and Trippy says, "Save Larry. Larry's a victim." Funny as hell.
How was the
Wait,
most
wait.
credible witness in this situation a dog?
Exactly. Like what
Hey,
the hell?
the banner says it all.
Is Larry okay?
No, Larry is very hurt.
He's going on mental leave with Malakai Black.
Oh my
No,
god.
no,
Clinton
no.
Smith says the only time Kenny Omega was a big draw was his rivalry with Okada at All Out.
Golden Lovers.
Oh, I'm
Kota
sorry, that's
Ibushi.
it. Who?
The Golden Lovers.
Again, it's mostly his New Japan career. That's the thing, is Kenny's been
yeah.
mostly over in Japan.
Mhm.
So most American wrestling fans don't know he's not as big of a draw to them. He is a draw, a super draw to the Smart Mark crowd. I will give you that. But he is still one of probably the top 5 wrestlers right now doing it.
Yeah.
No, not even fucking, maybe top 10.
No, it's just
When was the last time Kenny did anything that made you say, wow, wow, oh my God, look at Kenny.
When's the last time AEW did anything that's made you say, wow?
That's fucking
And then
bullshit.
it wasn't even a
He
good
used
way.
to be one of the top 5. He's not even fucking close.
So then who's your top 5?
Oh, fuck. Now that's putting me on the spot. I know Kenny's not in it.
I can give you my top 5.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Roman, MJF,
Okay.
Kenny, Ospreay, Jay White.
You see, he listened to me last time and shit. Motherfucker didn't even have MJF up in there. I'm like, what the? No, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. No, negative. No, take MJF back the fuck out. No, he's just a name. He has attention. And put Orton in there. AJ Styles. You have Shinsuke Nakamura. You have fucking Walter. That shit.
Like Walter doesn't make your top 5. What was
they're top 10,
smacking the shit out of people, and Kenny hasn't done shit in ages. And people are gonna say KJ, he was hurt before he was hurt. He was doing dumb shit. 69 me, Dawn, like fuck off.
Scissor me, daddy.
Scissor me. No.
All right, let me go get these comments out the way right quick. I want to get some of these. Sorry. You're good.
Stop yelling at me.
So all this Kenny shit. Kenny never draw sales Roman, Cena, Rock, and Austin. Kenny is not even on the level of Cena, Rock, or Austin. He's on the level with Rock. I'm not going to answer
KO's better than Kenny. Sammy's better than Kenny. Fucking the list goes on. That's better than Kenny.
I triggered you hard.
It's my triggered hard.
Why do they like him? I don't know what to do.
Let's see. General John N. Wallace says most of AEW is looking like Florida people right now. What the hell that mean? Well, Nakazawa was just happy to be in action for once. Oh, that's the damn bald head dude that come out there, right? With Kenny.
Yeah, that's Cutler.
Okay,
that's the other one.
Oh,
he's the one that looks like an assistant.
Okay, yeah, that's one. Who the hell is that? Edward said, "Hey, I'm from Florida. I don't look like those people."
Man culpa.
Still turning to Pac-Man. Oh yeah, Biden motherfucker, crazy. Yes, I'd say all the video is evidence. What?
No, with the Cutler cut. We're still waiting.
That's what people are saying. There's no pictures. There's no pictures, there's no video because
why the fucker wasn't recording at this time? He records every other damn time.
But now I've heard conflicting reports about the police being involved. And where's TMZ with the mug shots if people got dragged down to the station for a physical
altercation? The police can still get involved, but it also still depends on who presses charges. There's still going to be legal proceedings. That's why it's been very mum the word.
In my country, you don't have to press charges. If the cops show up and someone did something wrong,
damn it, this is the United States.
In our country, sir. This didn't happen in your country.
I'm just singing out loud. Like, wait a minute. You guys have to you guys have the option?
This is the Wild Wild West down here.
This motherfucker told me you guys have the option.
No, don't give him the trouble.
Sometimes.
You get to choose.
Let's see. You said Valdez said that's why I keep saying Omega enjoys being a shark at the kiddie pool. Easy way to say you're a draw when you couldn't draw what? When you couldn't draw even motherfucker, what?
You couldn't draw even if you gave him a box of crayons.
There you go.
I will halfway give you that, but you're telling me though that still, if Kenny doesn't, if he showed up in AEW or in WWE, that you're not instantly catapulting him.
No.
Well, yeah, and it's a different
element
there. It's a different element there because you see Cody Rhodes is at our top right now. Why? Because WWE only has one top guy. And that's only Roman Reigns. Plus, it's a different atmosphere. It's a different feel.
That's a whole different topic.
What you mean?
Well, that WWE only has one top guy.
Who the fuck is at this top? Well, my bad.
That's still in that pool right now. Is Cross, is Braun coming back? Honestly, Drew, Orton,
Matt Hardy,
AJ, Nakamura.
Maybe Kenny has some of JR's barbecue sauce.
Edward
was chilling his
looking like a snack.
Man, y'all got too many goddamn comments, man. Y'all just read upon yourselves.
You gave up.
Oh shit! Watching from East Coast Canada.
There you go.
What? What the hell is that little ass logo?
On their end, it's a flag. On our end, it's just the letters Ka.
Canada. Fuck?
If it's US.
Okay.
Okay. Fun fact of the day.
So with the police officer right here, it says Fightful heard back from Hoffman East State's Police Department, who said Hoffman State's Police Department does not have any police reports nor documentation that police were requested during All Out. They were only there for a family issue in the audience. That's it,
folks.
So they didn't have anything against them, which it doesn't make sense, but at the same time, it does make sense. AEW does have their own legal team, so I don't know if they have their own shit there. None of them.
They had security, but still,
Nick Jackson got knocked the fuck out. Timeout. Timeout. And everyone was like, he'll be okay. Don't like nobody. Security didn't call the cops. Nobody.
Just smell salts. You're good.
Bane. Okay, you know what? Fuck this CM Punk shit. Let's talk about top guys. Ross, who the fuck is a top guy to you then?
FTR is better than both of them.
Okay, you know what? If you say top guy, I understand where you're coming from. What I should have said is people who are excellent wrestlers. Yeah, that's what I should have said. My apologies.
Well, that's the thing is it's all a relative term because to some people, a top guy is the guy that you would have as the strap. There is only a top guy as the head of your company,
right?
You know, to some people, it's main event talent. To other people, like you said, it's who's your best professional wrestlers right now doing it.
Who's your Pepe?
Rhea Ripley.
Ross, WWE does only have one top guy, and we all know this Roman Reigns. That's the top guy right now. There's nobody else as a top guy. We've seen Karrion Kross come
main
back.
Event talent, so those are
we got main event talent.
He's the top guy in professional wrestling, I think.
It is true.
Because
I'll have that argument, but I agree with you on that. He is the number one doing it, and anybody that thinks otherwise is wrong.
This motherfucker talking about. You know what, Vince McMahon? I don't got time for this shit. This man, so I started. Damn, Mia Carter, you right, bro. You right. You got me. You got me on that one. Damn it.
Now, being that WWE came up again, what do we think so far with this Dexter Lumis angle? Like him, like
I don't get it.
Him under the ring looking up, it should have been captioned with gigantic balls.
I would immediately turn off my TV now.
Well, this is still where the Cerebro era, the Papa Paul era of WWE is still fumbling. It's not a perfect, everybody that says, oh, you just instantly love that. No, there's not everything is perfect over there.
Or over where?
In WWE. Because to me, I don't get the whole Dexter Lumis thing. I don't, that angle makes no sense to me.
I don't get the whole Dexter Lumis thing, and I don't understand the whole random shit that's happening in the crowd. All that shit it's weird. So, yeah.
Well,
it's all weird.
They just haven't quite explained yet why Dexter is obsessed with The Miz.
Exactly.
We don't quite understand where it's going. Now, I mean, it's been somewhat entertaining. I like Dexter tripping The Miz out, but we don't know why it's happening. And I really hope sooner than later we get Tommaso Ciampa. That's right, Tommaso
Ciampa. Yes, he's gotten his full name back so far.
Yeah, get him away from The Miz as quick as fucking possible.
Well, I'm surprised they haven't put him with Gargano. So now that I guess if we're going to get more KO versus Austin Theory, what do you think that they're going to do with Gargano?
And that was one of my main questions. I'm like, what is Gargano going to be doing? Like, I'm truly confused on what's good for him. But I mean, honestly, what could he do right now?
Who, Johnny?
Yeah, what can he do? Like, if they're going to,
he should have been with Theory. He should have taken the briefcase off of Theory. I would have had that more compelling and more believable, and you would have gotten a bigger pop and a bigger reaction if you hear my Rebel Heart coming out to try and cash it on Roman.
I don't know. I love hearing A-Town down and that motherfucker come out and get his ass.
You would.
Look, you guys, this guy's growing on him.
Right hand.
Hey, he grows on me because he gets his ass beat every time he try to go cash in.
Hey, it grows on you because you hear it nonstop. It's like a fucking tumor.
Man, It's crazy.
Now, the other big return, obviously, we had on Monday night was Braun Strowman. Now, I have mixed feelings about Braun, just like as far as his away from ring persona and who he seems to be at times. However, the pop was gigantic. And other than him pulling a Titus O'Neil, it was pretty smooth.
But so what do you think that now he's supposed to be allegedly the top babyface or a top babyface on SmackDown?
Yep.
I got something that we might want to hear.
Breaking news.
This is with WWE and Gable Stevenson. They're not using him anymore, so he's about to get released from WWE.
No.
I've said that on stream when we were talking about his brother Damon Kemp that I felt that they weren't.
Yeah,
I told you to your face you were fucking crazy. So
thanks, love you too much.
Well, I mean,
it says,
now look who's the dumbass.
This is from Wrestler Observer's News, so this is from Dave Meltzer shit. It says everything is cold on Gable Stevenson. His brother's doing great, and they wanted to debut him some time ago, but it hasn't happened because reviews on his training process haven't been good. They were going to fast track him after he finished with the last season in March, but he hasn't even been around or talked about it. So.
That's just them keeping him under cloak, because when he does come out, everyone's gonna go like, "Oh shit!"
But it would make sense though, because I'm like, man, he just got out of college. I'm not trying to really go, straight out to work. Shit, when I get out of college, I'm going on vacation.
Yeah, but I think he might have got an offer from Uncle Dana.
Well, time out. You're getting out of college, and someone's like, "We'll give you a few $1 million to come do this." You're
paying him in $1 million. That. Come on now.
They're giving him $1 million.
You're giving him a chunk of money.
No, they're not. He's not worth it.
He's the highest, probably the highest paid.
Yeah, he's the highest paid
ever
they have.
Yeah, no, he's a big name, Olympic athlete.
Right.
They threw a
still, you don't think that Uncle Dana might offer him a little bit more, and it might be a little bit more of, okay, this is a little bit more competition.
Get his ass whooped over there in UFC fast.
So fucking Phil thought he could do it over there.
Yeah, so that's still completely different though. Like Phil is not a
right, but still,
decorated wrestler. I mean, I don't even know where that comes from.
He might have outbid him.
Mm-hmm. You say he might have outbid him, like still.
All right.
Okay, let me hold on. Wait. I forgot to bring up these ratings right quick. So AEW they had 1 million viewers for three weeks straight. WWE Raw reached 2 million for 3 weeks straight. And then NXT has been over 675,000 for 4 weeks straight.
Not bad.
So the ratings from all the companies are pretty much good. I do expect AEW to low-key dip down first, though. Only reason why I say this is because Punk is out and the Bucks and Omega are going as well.
It depends on how long this stuff can carry them, right? Like if they keep this story going, people will tune in. Someone in the chat said like wrestling fans are nosy and shit. And we saw it last night. People tuned into this channel just to hear what we were saying about it because it's big news. Now, can Tony, listen, Mr. Booker of the Year, you got to find a way to turn all this chaos into fucking money. And I'm praying for Tony that this was a work, but clearly it's highly unlikely. Yeah. So even if it wasn't, you got to turn the shoot into a work. You got to get everybody together and you got to figure this shit out and you got to book it to make bank on it. You can sell out a fucking stadium bigger than you've been doing with the right sales job. If you dig into this and everybody thinks this is like the grudge match of all grudge matches, and guys like Nick who are like, Kenny's the best, will tune in droves to see Kenny and Punk have a grudge match with whoever else is involved. Maybe we put a muzzle on Ace Steel like he's Hannibal Lecter.
Or perhaps he's wondering why you were booking him.
Okay, and that's what's a weird news. How do you? Oh, go ahead, Nick. Go ahead, because I'm about to change the damn topic.
I was about to say though, but Joe, just how do you? Okay. This question was for the man that just disappeared. But so I guess I'll ask you, CJ, of how would you book this to be if you were going to do this as a work? If you were going to do this and play it into a storyline, how would you book it?
I already told you how I was going to do it. I already told you how I was going to do it.
All right, so then we'll move on.
Yeah, Punk is away for a couple months or whatever.
Right.
Have the Elite come in, they take over the AEW, talk all the big shit, go heel, have CM Punk FTR come whoop their ass. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's what I would like to do. Now my question was this: how did you feel about the Joker coming out that way he did?
Oh, okay. That was very interesting. To me, it didn't make a ton of sense. I was very confused by it. They kind of made sense on the back end, but I know there's obviously the connection with Stokely or Bivens and MJF way prior. But again, that's going very much to the smart mark audience of no one else is going to know that. No one else is going to figure out why that's happening. You could have just had it to where just the Joker goes up there. He doesn't reveal anything. All of that comes out, wins it. And then you get the reveal later on. You didn't need the, accessories.
Gotcha. And I don't know how I felt about it, low key, but I was screaming. I'm like, oh shit, it's Moxley. And then I'm like, what? Because the only reason I said it was Moxley because he did the Moxley spin. And I'm like, what the fuck is Moxley doing out here? Then I'm like, wait a minute. As he started walking back, I said, that's MJF. And the only reason I knew that because the way he walked.
Well, I heard some people saying it was either Bray or MJF.
I wasn't going for Bray, big ass. I wasn't going for him. The only reason I wasn't going to go for Bray is because William Morrissey, he was there. So since he was there, I was like, MJF is going to come back. So you don't have Wardlow anymore. He got Morrissey. As soon as I see Morrissey come, I say, yeah. I said it's MJF and shit. But
so do you think that was a good way to bring MJF back? Like, do you think, like, are you excited now that he's in the title picture? That, like, what do you think that how they've handled him coming back? Because I know we've talked about for a while of like, when are they going to bring him back? Have they waited too long? This, that, and the other.
Nope. Remember, I told you guys, everybody on the stream, whoever been watching, I said if you don't bring MJF back at the pay-per-view, you have to bring him back the next night. They listened, they brought him back on the pay-per-view. I'm good. If they would have brought him back this Wednesday that's coming up, I wouldn't have gave two shits about it because you prolonged it way too long.
But would you have had him come out and competing for the title, or would you have had him come out going against Tony or doing it a different way? Like, to me, this all feels like now this is perfectly lining up for MJF, obviously, to end up with the title. And it was interesting to me to see him kind of do that babyface promo and everything coming out to start off Dynamite, to where he literally had people eating out of the palm of his hand. He had the whole crowd going right off with his promo and everything because, I'm MJF and I'm better than you. And then just pulls up the mic and the whole crowd goes, and you know it. And then instantly just flipped on him and just did it with
that shit was crazy.
Oh, to me, he's the best.
Man, took the damn Bill shirt off
on the mic in 10 years.
Yeah. Like I said, my ultimate goal and my wish list is I need to hear a promo between Paul Heyman and MJF. That's all I want to hear. Give me Paul Heyman, MJF, or either MJF and KO. I'm good. I will be good. I will retire from watching wrestling.
But so
Edward, no, you have been Edward. I'm sorry, bro, but no.
Yeah, no.
You don't do no
spoiler-free zone. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Trust me, you're gonna want to see our reactions and everything. But so what do you think? What do you make? Because I know you weren't on the stream and everything. What do you make of the Dynamite response from All Out, the fallout from All Out? How did, like you talked about earlier about Tony Khan with that taped, announcement about the trios belts getting stripped and we're going to have a match determining that night. We're getting, a tournament for the world title. How do you think that they handled that fallout?
Now I hate this when I be on live. I get a phone call. But no, the turnout from it was I don't know because I didn't have any expectations for that show at all. I legit just expected the show to go on normal. Nobody was even going to bring it up. Then late of the show, late of the damn day. Sorry, we got that thing, and we was like, Tony's gonna come out and address all this shit, this and that. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, fuck it. But y'all motherfuckers do not need breaks for no goddamn podcast. Get your ass back. You gonna ask me a question then leave? What type of shit is this? This is bull. Nah. man.
Right.
We got
answer. He was like,
can't keep on leaving, damn it. Man.
You took your break at the beginning.
Who?
You.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Don't take no breaks. But anyway, oh shit, I almost canceled. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna touch my computer.
God.
KJ, I have to revert my answer from earlier today about the CM Punk question shit. Meltzer, I forgot he was there. He did state Dave says Punk media scrum rant was intentional and practiced beforehand. It was an apparent as he targeted Nick Hausman straight away when no question was asked, wanting to bury Colts Cabana.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He was ready for it.
So that's cool.
Well, it's like the meme we saw going around of who the hell starts a conversation like that?
That's true.
The way he was eating the muffin, right?
Like, what the fuck?
The way he was eating that muffin and the way he was like laid back and kind of like playing like, you know, question and answers with the press, it felt like he was acting at points.
Because I'm old, I'm sore, and I work with children.
Right? That was amazing. So could it possibly been pre-planned?
No, they're not all that good actors. That's the thing is that's why relying on a lot of dominoes to fall right.
But that's where Tony just sits there like, because he can't act, so he just
has no idea what to do.
He wants to smile because he knows he's full of shit.
Right.
Man, that shit is terrible.
It
truly is terrible, but I guess I'll go ahead and I haven't looked at none of our damn topics that has been literally going on here.
No, that's what we tend to do on here is just we kind of go and just shoot.
I do have to ask this. What is you guys' cut the shit moments from this whole entire week?
Oh God.
Or matter of fact, yeah, the whole month of September. The whole month of September. Because we only like 8 days.
We only got like 8 days, 9 days.
So yeah, what was the cut the shit moment, man, for this?
There's been for me, it was the end of the casino battle royal. I know some people liked it. I thought the battle royal with the ladder match was good. I don't know that was my favorite way to go about it. And even this week on Wednesday, nobody really explained why those guys did that for MJF. It wasn't touched on. Nobody said like MJF paid them. It just they did it and they were in separate segments. And here we go. I mean, for me, that was one of them. The biggest cut the shit moment though is y'all just fucked up your company. Like you literally
that's been the cut the moment of the summer.
Right? Like you literally threw a grenade on your own company over Colt fucking Cabana. Really?
Well, that would fit in with the chaos that's happened in 2022 in professional wrestling, but I think that ties in perfectly to what should be the ultimate cut the SHIT moment is Tony Khan. You are the owner of All Elite Wrestling. You are a partner / part owner or what have you with the Jacksonville Jaguars. You own a European Soccer Club. I hope to God, sir, you do not run those companies the way you run All Elite Wrestling. Because you were a deer in the headlights that whole time.
Look at the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're fucked.
Well,
who the hell is that?
Yeah. That's Morris Daddy, but still, the apple, I guess, don't fall far from the tree when it comes to owning.
You know, his dad owns AEW as well.
Yes, it's his money.
It's just funny as shit. I want to see his father come out on AEW.
Right,
day. Tony, you're fired. I'm like, what?
Tony, I'm grounding you.
No, just imagine if that shit happened. Tony Khan's father comes out, fires Tony, and we get Vince McMahon.
That's when we're in nuclear winter, folks, because hell will have frozen over.
Oh, that'll be a fucking reach. Okay,
so here's something. I mean, we've been talking about. I mean, did everyone give a cut the shit moment?
No, the creator, the founder of the
we didn't get the
what was yours, Nick?
Of the shitter
was Tony Khan the way he handled. He's handled all of this.
Yeah, I mean, I would just really steal yours, honestly. I mean, honestly, both of you guys made very valid points. I mean, other than that, there's no other cut the shit moments for me personally because that's AEW's been the shit moment. So,
well, yeah.
Anybody else in the crowd today got any cut the shit moments? I know Valdez has one. I truly did. I don't know why the fuck they did that. That was the dumbest shit ever.
It's just carrying over from when he was there with Nicholas and everything.
Right.
This is funny as hell, though. Who's going to interview Larry the Dog and get his side of the story? Rough.
Right. He signed an NDA. Sorry.
Right. He's got hush money from Tony.
Man. Let's see, ring in return. Tony Khan needs people around him. People with... I knew he was going to do that. All right. Tony Khan needs people around him. People with backbones and not afraid to tell the talent. No. He do.
Yes.
He has the Bucks.
Yeah.
And tell everybody no. That they're not friends with them.
Yeah.
Well, he
You're
has-
out of the club.
Right. But yeah, no, he has all this brilliant wrestling minds around him, and he refuses to listen to any of them. And it baffles me.
Keith Lee. Whoop, whoop, Keith Lee. Oh my God. Wait a minute.
There's
bullshit. What's up with Keith Lee and them? Are they being booked properly at this point? And do you want to see them make a heel change now?
Is anyone in that company being booked right?
Yeah, the Bucks.
When they have control over their
they're not even booked right. Listen, this is where
Shad Khan's mustache, by the way, is fantastic.
Right? But here's the thing.
Are you flirting?
And here's the problem with all this bullshit with AEW right now is what would have been a better match? Wardlow and FTR versus Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns, or getting FTR to go for all the belts against Young Bucks at your pay-per-view. What was a bigger draw? What would people be more excited about? Even more so than the trios final against the Dark fucking Order, which was horrible. Actually, that might be my second biggest cut the shit moment of the week. The Dark Order in the finals. No wonder Andrade's not happy and Malakai's not happy.
Banner.
Right?
But so do you, and I guess to piggyback a little bit off of that, do you think that was the best way to end All Out, is with Punk just staring down MJF, or do we have MJF quote unquote cash in there and we end All Out with MJF returns and now he's the AEW champion? And then it takes a little bit of this sting and a little bit of this out of all of this, because then Punk can just go away. You're not the world champ anymore. Just go away. I understand you're the biggest draw, but go away. Just like the Bucks and Kenny are doing.
Or chase for a while. If you're going to stay around, you're going to chase this guy.
Yeah. Well, and what do you guys think about his mentioning of MJF during that whole scrum?
He just called him a prick. He is a prick.
Yeah. See, and that's the problem, because it feels like he shot and then it felt like he worked a majority of both of it. Because when he was like, I'm trying to work with these little ass kids, this and that, you came back and stated you wanted to work with them.
Right. Well, and you see him look at Tony, and when MJF's brought up, he kind of looks at him and goes, do I have to? So I think with that situation, he was still trying to work that angle, work that storyline, but he was just going full scorched earth of just, nope, this needs to be said because no one else is going to say it. So,
yeah. Now, back to your question, CJ, about Swerve and Our Glory. I think they'd be wicked as heels because Keith Lee talks like we joke that he sounds like Fraser Crane. Like he's just like, well, no. How long have you been feeling this way? How can we help you? Do you need some, Yeah. So, and then you got Swerve, who's brash, right? Like Swerve's got an attitude. So they play well off each other, but they come off real heelish.
Oh man, I'm never gonna be able to get that shit out of my head now.
I was gonna say that halfway. I feel like that might sound like me and Mr. Brand right there.
Yeah.
That's us right there.
Yeah. But I mean, you're right, because with the promo with them with Swerve coming out yesterday, I was like, oh yeah, I said they need to be heels, and the reason I said is because they will literally be probably the biggest heels on the fucking show. Just from using Swerve himself. Keith Lee, it may take some time from Bearcat Lee, but Swerve, he got a natural. He already coming up with attitude, got the grill in his mouth, this and that. That motherfucker needs to be a heel.
It does make your champions more compelling. It does make the champions more compelling, and you have a huge babyface chasing them right now.
Yep.
Right. So, well, did it seem, at least on Dynamite, that everybody kind of tried to find that extra gear? Like we even sat there and praised Moxley for his promo and everything, because now that kind of top layer has gotten cut off. That now there's going to be more opportunity for people to kind of make a statement and rise up the card.
Yes. Yeah, no, you have opportunity here where people were like, oh, AEW is going to be out of business by 2023. And dude, he's got money for days and he has like a fucking small army.
Yeah, but money doesn't keep you.
But he can keep buying talent. There's always talent out there.
Who the fuck else can he buy? All the big names are signed. besides Wyatt.
He's got them all.
And
he
like
could
we
still
said,
cut half that. He could have a whole roster on Ring of Honor and still have a solid AEW roster.
The challenge comes for him. He's got a couple, but he's got to create stars now. MJF is a great star for the company. He needs to be able to book and create more. And the guys that you have there, like Jay Lethal, who fizzled out, Miro, who fizzled out. Like, if these guys don't come back, say the EVPs never come back, say Paige never comes back, say Cole and the rest of the elite never come back, you still have Daniel Bryan, Daniel Garcia, fucking Eddie Kingston, Miro, Malakai Black. Oh, no, he left. Brody King, Darby, Sting. Like, that's only a quarter of them. There's 1,000 fucking AEW rostered people.
But you mentioned
still put on a really good.
You mentioned Malakai Black there though, and no, he left. How long does it go until you start adding more of those behind those names that you said?
He's gonna hemorrhage. He is. This is gonna happen.
I mean, now you got big names. You got two big names that left the company: Cody Rhodes, Malakai Black. How many more people are going to leave? You know, I mean, apparently there was a rumor that Thunder Rosa said she wanted to leave.
Yeah, KJ's buddy there, Brad Shepard, tried to put that out there that Thunder Rosa had.
I don't know Brad Shepard. I don't know Brad Shepard.
I don't know Brad Shepard. No.
It's a funny story, but I've listened to Brad Shepard. I don't knock anybody's hustle, but that man is one of the. I hope someone out there knows him. Send him this clip. Brad Shepard is one of the biggest, whiniest bitches I've ever heard.
Oh my!
Ever. This guy just whines like somebody stole his lunch money about everything. And when he gets really upset, he's like, "I'll get my lawyer if you even." Oh, shut up. And he does. He tells everybody, "I broke this news. I broke that news." Nobody giving me credit because you didn't break shit. You never broke shit. And the other day you tried to break something and you fucked it up. Thunder Rosa hasn't got her. It's a rumor. Oh, my bad. Oops, my bad. Because he knows if he puts something out there, he'll get a ton of clicks. And by the time people figure out it's bullshit, he's still got those clicks. So that's my feeling on Brad Shepard. And I don't even know the man. I hope he's a wonderful dude. But
I found it funny when I saw that, and then I followed up and tried to confirm it and everything. You had a lot of people that instantly, just because of the source that it came from, completely discredited it. I didn't know the source it came from until I dug into it.
Yeah. He thinks he's fucking amazing. And this guy is awful. Awful.
What? Keith Lee sound like the most black. What? Like most black nerds. I'm not repeating that. Who the fuck? What? What is that O word?
Weebs. Kenny Omega's a weeb.
No, the O word. The octopus.
I don't even know what an octopus is.
I just of all the people to read that comment.
What the fuck?
What happened here?
I didn't. My hands up.
I hit a button. I hit a button. Oh,
seriously?
Shit. I hit an escape key. What the fuck? Bills up 10.
Yo, we were talking today about how could they be. Oh, sorry. I stomped on you.
So, guys, what? Look, okay. This chat is not going left again, okay?
What happened?
What?
I don't even know what's happening.
We got the fucking Rams. We got a fucking Karen.
Well,
Thursday Night Football on.
Fuck Thursday Night Football.
Damn.
I was shocked that the Bills were the favorite going into the fucking game tonight, but they're proving me wrong.
Right. But anyways, back to what you were saying, CJ.
See? Oh, wait. Nerd in Japan.
Nerd in Japan? What the fuck? What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is still.
That guy's a Karen. CM Punk's a Karen?
What?
Or Keith Lee?
Oh, no. She's talking about that guy that you were just.
Oh, Brad Shepard.
Yeah.
I, honestly, Brad Shepard, if you ever hear this, I have nothing personally against you. I just think you are funny and not in a good way. I really think you should walk away.
We're laughing at you, not with you.
It's bad, man. But the only reason why I'm being a dick about it is he is shitty. Like, he's that fucking just whatever. I heard him I was doing a research and his link came up. I watched or listened to a little bit, and then before my ears started fucking bleeding, I quit because that guy is a Karen and thinks he's fucking amazing at it.
So I got UFC information as well, non-wrestling at all. Wow. they were trying to do a pre-fight press conference for UFC 279. As UFC President Dana White described it, quote unquote, a shit show occurred before the event began. So it looks like both of the guys, Holland and Rodriguez, they were apparently in a backstage making a shit show.
Okay.
So it's like now we got everybody being a bunch of dicks. So it's like
everybody gonna fight.
Man,
this is what happens when everyone's locked down forever, and then they finally get out in public again and start beating the shit out of each other.
Oh, brother. But no, it's just weird though. Did you guys catch any of the media scrum for Clash at the Castle? I'm gonna call it a media scrum.
The one that I caught the most of was Roman's, with just his simple answer was, "Acknowledge me."
That's all he kept saying.
No, all he said was, "I'm going to make you."
Question, and he's like, "Why don't you do what they didn't do?"
Yes,
acknowledge me.
Wow.
He made the interviewer acknowledge him, and then he just walked off.
And people have and people have made the comparison between how Roman Reigns did his scrum and how CM Punk did his scrum.
Right. One's a professional company. One's a fucking indie show on a cable network.
On coke, literally.
On coke.
It's an amped up
allegedly, folks.
Right? It's even got like touch of ADD. It can't focus on shit.
Ooh.
No, but I mean, I know we've been bagging on AEW, but they've got a lot of bad press, and I'm finding it real fucking hard to believe that like it just went sideways at the worst time, because the WWE they haven't been perfect, but they're much improved.
I got AEW's viewership, bro. First of all, AEW, they went second against the Real Housewives. It's fucking funny again. I'm sorry, it's just funny because Real Housewives, bro. Okay, AEW show. They had a big ass number at the 8 o'clock hour. They did 1.2 million. 15 minutes into the show, we went to 1.171. 30 minutes, we went to 1.08. 45 minutes into the show, we hit 989,000. At the end of the show, we did 881,000.
Which, and specifically, what show was that?
This is for Dynamite.
For Dynamite?
Yesterday. So they lost 340 viewers from the start to the end of the night.
Okay. 340,000 or 340?
340,000.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What was the rating in the final segment?
I ain't never in my life seen some shit like this before. I never seen a breakdown of actually like the hours and shit.
The quarterly ones, yeah.
Yeah. So their overall was basically 1,039,000. That was the main thing. So
what was the rating in the main event?
Oh, 881K.
What about the segment before? Yeah, like
I know where you're going with this.
Wow, 959,000.
Yeah, so they fucked up. So I said it last night, and I was right. They had listen. I get it. Daniel Garcia was in his hometown. You know, the only people that really gave a fuck about that was the
question.
Wait.
Question. AEW ends at 10 o'clock your time, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
8 till 10.
I had to make sure. I'm like, what the fuck is they talking about? So no, this wasn't even the main event. I don't know. They said it's on PWI Insider, and it is straight up 8:15, 8:30, 8:45, 9, 9:15, 9:30, 4:45. I mean 9:45. 9:45 was their ending up.
Well, it's like a police report on a car accident, because that's what we're watching right now.
But now there's still questions to be answered. That's the fun part of all this, is what really happened. What stories will come out? What will, if there is a lawsuit, what will we find out in Discovery? Like, what will be
I don't think we're going to find out anything. I think that this is going to be closed tight. This is how the whole Brody Lee situation was closed tight. Like, we didn't know shit until the shit was, until he passed away, unfortunately.
I still think we're going to get, coming soon, Device, Dark Side of the Ring.
No, too soon. No one's going to want to talk about it.
30 years in the making.
The elite are marks for themselves more than anybody in professional wrestling. You don't think that they would do
fucking mark?
Right. That's Punk right now. Fire me, you fucking mark.
Right. I'm surprised people don't have that on t-shirts. Wear it to work.
Well, upset. He was probably upset.
The one thing that was supposed to be quote unquote worked like a shoot is the one thing that's 100% of work in this whole thing. Right. And everything around it's a shoot.
Yeah, that's the funniest fucking part, was a fake shoot gets destroyed in the headlines by an actual shoot that they weren't planning on having.
Right.
But you know what's crazy though, because it's like, appreciate your ring and return. Bro, I almost butchered your name so goddamn hard. I don't even know how.
The man just joined. Don't
Ring
butcher
and
the name already.
return.
I almost
butchered that.
Right. I will say quickly, because we haven't done it in a minute, but ring and return. Thank you for joining the subscribers. Thank you for joining the family. As you can see, the chat is always live. It is the wrestling buddies you don't get in your real life. We talk about everything. I know tonight's been very AEW heavy, but we cover it all. We will be back tomorrow. We have live stream of SmackDown and Rampage, and then we do it all the time, folks. We just came off last weekend. If you haven't seen it yet, we were live for Clash at the Castle. We were live for NXT Worlds Collide. We were live for All Out, the whole thing. Yes, the whole thing. So we do not stop. Nobody covers wrestling as much as we do, as live as we are, and we just keep going, folks. So like, subscribe, share. Thank you for being here. If you're new, don't be shy. Even if you just drop a hi, join the chat, join the family, and yeah, boys, it's been nothing but a fun heater around here lately.
See, the chat's doing the job for me.
I think Victor, he fat fingered that S. Yeah, I see you retracted that message.
So there's multiple, so you know that there's multiple. He doesn't have to keep doing the comment.
Right. Just what?
Right.
Valdez said, my question of the day. I'll wait for your question of the day. Wallace says, people claim Punk doesn't need AEW nor WWE, and yeah, until his bank accounts dries up.
Ding.
I mean, he's been selling T-shirts like crazy on Pro Wrestling Tees.
No, he's still worked with comic books. He's still done. You know what's
fucking crazy though?
Things going on. At the end of the day, you're still going to be paying for CM Punk appearances, whether he's signed to a company or not.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy?
No,
though?
I don't think. Go ahead.
The crazy shit about this is Colt Cabana owns a portion of Pro Wrestling Tees, so he's still fucking making money off Punk to this day. That's the funniest thing about this whole entire overall thing.
That's funny.
But I think that might potentially still validate a little bit of what Punk's talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, it does, but I'm just saying. I mean,
who's the two people that have made the most off Punk?
Vince McMahon and Scott Coleman.
Right. Ding, ding.
That's fun. That's funny as hell.
Right.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's the thing is, if that was a work promo that is better than the pipe bomb before could ever be.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a way better pipe bomb because nobody stopped him. And like that was kind of like if they didn't turn his mic off during the original pipe bomb, he probably would have started saying more of that shit. Now he touched on some stuff. We know it was a big deal, but this was just so raw into the face.
Yeah, the pipe bomb was a work shoot. That was a straight shoot. That was a legitimate of. I don't like CJ even said of there was no question asked. That's literally this is how we're starting tonight.
Yeah,
this whole little now that you're all here, now that I have you all here. I'm going to tell this so you can all go and report that instead of these rumors.
Exactly.
Well, Corey, I'm gonna rebut that because Tony came out and said this, and I agree with it. Everybody gonna pop when somebody returns. Don't matter where the hell you at. So I don't think that MJF was more liked in Chicago. It was more of a holy crap. We haven't seen this guy for 3 months. Let me get on my seat and go fucking shit,
Oh my God, he's back, right?
Yeah, it's just basically like if. I'm not gonna say it's like if Vince McMahon was to show up in AEW, you're gonna lose your shit. I know.
I think the arena would be
different can of worms.
I think you would hear crickets because everybody would be baffled. They'd just be like, "Oh,
okay." If Shane McMotherfucking Man shows up in AEW, then
there you go. Ding.
No, I think the second you would hear that. Like that build up to Vince's music, you would hear gasps and everything. And then the second you get into the no chance, everybody's going along. That's going to be deafening.
I think it would confuse the fuck out of everybody. However, I think that here comes the money. People would fucking come and go.
Valdez said, "Oh, I'm like, what the fuck is Valdez's question?"
Yeah,
okay, here
you can miss me with Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
Okay. So Valdez says, with Punk's with Punk injured, do you see Tony Khan making him a G?
No.
Anyway, you guys. So, what was you guys' moment of the week? Valdez, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that, Valdez?
What?
This motherfucker said, with Punk injured, do you see Tony Khan making him CM Punk the general manager for ratings?
No, not a snowball's chance in hell. That man has go away heat with most of the locker room. I know. I saw an article before that. I can't remember. KJ corrected me on it, but to where they kind of pieced together stuff from Eddie Kingston to make it seem like he was anti-Punk. Like that whole locker room is very geared one way, I feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like the Eddie Kingston comments were a little bit blown up, a little exaggerated, out of context. Because
wait, who brought up Eddie Kingston? Punk did?
Eddie Kingston was on Busted Open and at FanFest, so it was even before all this bullshit went off. But Eddie was kind of in shoot mode where he was just running his mouth, and somebody brought up Punk, and he's like, "I fucking hate that guy," and then added on a couple. And is there some truth in it? Maybe. Most things said in jest do have some truth, but the way I saw it reported was kind of like, Eddie had the mic and was like, "Fuck Punk, I hate him," blah, blah, blah. And it was like, nah, it wasn't. It kind of wasn't like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Ranger returns his award. I think it's better for him just to be gone so people forget and start to miss him. The injury is the best thing for that. Facts. If he's gone for 6 to 8 months, that would be best. Facts.
That was your theory.
That's basically
CJ.
a self-induced suspension right there.
And see, that's why I was going with. I said, "Oh shit, he's injured. You got a 6 to 8 month suspension anyway." But you know what? It would be crazy as hell if he is away for 6 to 8 months, but he's cleared to come back after that 6 month, and they still suspend his ass for a couple more months. I'm like, well, damn. That's well, you know what, brother? You really never did serve a suspension.
You can have another 6 months.
Right. That should be crazy. Right. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's a wicked line, by the way.
Let's see. I ain't got nothing else.
That's a good line when you have to say it out loud to a bunch of journalists and reporters and tell them how it's a good line.
Yeah,
that's how you know it's a good line, when you have to get it over yourself. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I'm a big fan of Eddie Kingston. It was a good line, but
you fucking mark. So also there was a guy that he's a free agent. Dalton
Castle.
Dalton Castle is a free agent now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know anything about him. I just brought him up because I know you guys may know about him from Ring of Honor, or whatever the fuck he was at.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's free. Do you guys see him signing to a major company like AEW or to
Dalton's
WWE?
a tricky one because he's a little bit older now, right? Like his age is getting up there by some of the wrestling standards. But I mean, he's a bit of an ROH legend at this point. By the time he leaves, that's a tough one. What do you think?
Impact or Ring of Honor? And honestly, though, I wonder, truthfully, if anyone right now signs with anything that Tony Khan touches. That's going to be the thing. Is right now that's such a chaotic situation. Do you want to ink like a 3-year deal to go into that, or would you rather take an Impact deal, take an NWA deal? Because I don't see him to go into WWE. The man's it's a gimmick that kind of only works on like a Ring of Honor on that kind of stage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like you said, he's a bit older. He's kind of got
36.
Yeah, I mean,
36.
I know. Listen,
starting in the Fed though.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I see him in the Fed.
I don't know about him.
He's got a lot of
It's Dalton Castle and the boys. It's normally been to where he has kind of like 2 manservants with him and everything like that.
Right. I like
so
it's very a Ring of Honor Impact-y type gimmick.
Right.
Let me ask this too. Yeah. Still with Tony Khan, because you guys know I'm a big advocate for saying AEW is gonna be gone. So anyway, Big Swole, Leo Rush, Sonny Kiss has also said some words to him before as well.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger names: Jonathan Gresham,
Mm-hmm.
Cody Rhodes,
Mm-hmm.
now CM Punk, Thunder Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
I think there may be one other name. I forget. Malakai Black. Let's add him in there.
Okay.
With them people on there, what do you think the true backstage morale is? Is it more of a you have to be friends with the Bucks in order to truly get a push in that company in order to be truly respected in AEW, or is it more of a we just gonna do what we want to do no matter what? Also, let me add this on: is giving a majority of their roster creative control too much?
Yes, because WCW, right? Like, I mean, it really is a problem.
I had to make sure I was getting it right.
He's a wait.
It's hard with the mirror.
But yeah, no, it's a problem in the sense that, I mean, I forgot the question now because we did the WWC thing. No, the creative control is an issue, but based on how you make the decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So the Young Bucks have an idea, or they want to run the tag team division a certain way. But if no one's managing that and they're just doing whatever they want, you got a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Do I think everyone has to be friends with the Bucks to get a push or get over in AEW? No. But I do think it's like high school where there's like the cool kids, the uncool kids, we don't talk to him, he's a dick. And then it's like a cliquey and it gets really fucking immature. And that's where you see the problem of, and I've said this several times, when your EVPs are some of the worst wrestlers on your roster, then you got a problem because you're holding down all this other talent to do a trios main event for 3 weeks in a row that killed the rating by 200,000. 3 weeks in a row, it hurt the rating having the trios tournament in the main event spot. They're a draw. They're nothing.
I think the Bucks are the biggest thing hurting this company. I think it's very much you have to be in with them. I don't think Kenny solo would be like that. I think if it was, say, Kenny and Cody as the EVPs, that might be different than now it's Kenny and the Bucks. The Bucks have always had an abrasive personality. They've always had that we're better than everyone, kind of thing going on. I've said it before. They're the Hulk Hogan's of tag team wrestling. And when you have them in charge of creative,
like crazy.
What?
This motherfucker's instigating like crazy. It's going back and forth to your comment and going back to my comment. This motherfucker's talking about.
I'm sitting there trying to go work past this, but
no, we're listening.
Yeah,
my ADD kicked in. Let's go
listening about as well as Tony McCon was during that whole promo.
No, like Adam Page.
What?
Adam Page, to be specific.
Yeah.
I don't need
no advice.
I just got so damn confused. And so Smackdown is on my TV right now, but this is the previous week. And I'm like, how the fuck are they on? I'm like, it's Thursday, but this is the rerun from last week. I'm like, okay.
There you go.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. AEW is becoming Degrassi Jr. fucking high. It's brutal.
Yeah. It's the inmates are running the asylum, honestly.
That's crazy.
Think about it. Punk's not doing something like that and doing something like that on a media scrum after one of the biggest pay-per-views in that company, unless he knows that there's going to be no repercussions. Think about it. You have the EVPs fighting your world champion, and the biggest thing that happened was a couple suspensions, and you guys lost your titles.
But who says he doesn't retire? Because Punk has had his hands in every company besides every major company, I would say, besides Impact.
He was there for a minute.
Oh, he was? Okay, cool. So he's had his hands in every major company now. Who says he doesn't give a shit? What the fuck? I'm sorry, but PB fucking S, bro.
Right.
Damn. I just had to stop what I was saying for that shit. Corey, thank you also so much for liking and subscribing today. We really do truly appreciate you guys. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please be sure to subscribe to the Wrestling for Life Network. Because it's easy. All it takes is one fucking click.
That's it.
That's it.
Just
That's out of there.
We are the wrestling fans you don't get in your real life, folks. Join us.
Now, KJ, I seen you try to throw that slick shit in. Who does Hunter bring next?
Who's next?
Who does he have? Who else can come back besides Banks and Naomi, who are already signed? Besides Wyatt? Who else? Who?
Any guesses? Any thoughts? Oh, some love for Corey.
That's the thing is, well, especially if Malakai's on an extended leave, it's now that talent pool is kind of shrunken up really quick. No.
Bray. Thunder's she's still signed for now.
If Thunder goes anywhere,
she'd rather go to AAA than WWE.
Yeah, she can go there instead. Oh,
Jacob Fatu would be a bad shout depending on the MLW contracts, but MLW is also suing WWE. So that being said,
yeah, but I feel like the WWE lawyers are so good. Jeremy McDivitt's been fending off shit forever.
Hey, you know what would be funny as hell if Hunter goes in there and said, "Well, shit, I didn't have anything to do with it."
He comes in with a neck brace like Vince did during the steroid trial.
Right? What the fuck? He told me, "Yeah, I didn't have anything to do with it." So, right? I mean, I really can't say anything.
You can have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at,
man.
Just quickly for fans like Victor, by the way, Impact has been on in my background, and there's been some interesting things going on. Like Chelsea Green got a big win. Right now, what's his face? Brian Myers is in a match. So yeah, good times. So we watch all the wrestling. We just don't talk about this one because other more crazy shit's happening.
Well, we got to capitalize on your opportunities. And at times when we're covering this much wrestling, you got to sacrifice one, to talk about some other stuff.
Is Jacob Fatu related?
Yes.
Oh, he is. Okay.
He's distantly one of the Anawahi family.
They're all tied together somehow.
Yeah, well, that's profiling, sir.
No, I have to go through it. It's kind of crazy though how the Samoan family lines they go by their fucking last name, and once you click on their last name, you see the whole fucking family tree. That's pretty dope. I was like, Sika sounds very familiar. That's fucking Roman Reigns' dad.
Right. Yeah,
so like, okay, cool.
The head shrinkers, and Rosie and Jamal were Rikishi's brother and Roman's brother.
Yeah.
Who?
And Yokozuna wasn't Japanese for anyone out there. He was Samoan.
He was a big ass dude that looked like he was Japanese. Shit crazy.
Right.
What?
Alex Hammerstone to WWE. Badass.
Basically Hulk Hogan in 2022.
There you go.
Oh, that's the guy that wants to be on the Rock show?
Right. Yeah. The one that's going to be on Young Rock as Hogan.
I don't think Hunter has the time. I mean, not has the time. Sorry, will bring anybody else back that's under. Basically, I don't think he's going to re-sign anybody else that we've already seen because they're signed elsewhere already. Because he still does have a lot of NIL people, so he does need to work on them, and then he has a whole bunch of other shit he needs to work on. But I mean, only other person I can really see him theoretically bringing back is simply Sasha Banks and Naomi, and that's it, and Bray Wyatt.
Breaking news: at the next pay-per-view for Impact, which is a Friday night, we're going to do a triple header Friday, by the way, guys, because we're going to be jammed up. But we're getting Macklin, Callahan, and Moose. I like it.
Moose.
What's that?
The barbed wire match?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
No. It's not breaking. I just got the graphics, so I want to talk about it. Imagine Nyla Rose on Raw or SmackDown.
No.
It's called Nia Jax.
Wow. Seemingly that Nyla is far from a Nia Jax. The fuck?
No, they're pretty much the same.
I'm waiting for the counter argument then.
Yeah.
I was going to say something, but I can't say that. I'm good. So anyway, you guys.
So your counter argument is I don't have one.
Yeah, there we go. I refuse to get cancellated.
We weren't going that way.
All right, then. To not get cancellated, the Good Brothers. I see this as being a nice shot there. I really think that the Good Brothers could be pulled back into the WWE.
Oh, hell no, bro. This Edward, get the fuck out of here, dude. Bo Dallas returns. Curtis Axel comes out of retirement, and the B team reunite, beat the Usos. Laughing my ass off.
Only half of that's correct. Bo is coming back.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, a former NXT World Champion.
Doesn't want to do anything with wrestling anymore, so no.
Who, Bobby?
He said he was coming back.
believe he's
So
coming
has
back.
Bray half a dozen times, according to you. So no,
Bray is coming back. Will you still refute that Bray's not going to come back? Or
I'm not. Well, no,
Could you imagine
I'm not
he never
saying that
comes
he's
back
not,
ever?
I'm not refuting that, but you've literally named every pay-per-view. Oh, he's going to show up here. He's going to show up there.
I haven't. I wasn't allowed to pick a couple. I thought Clash would have been cool though. Survivor Series,
Moose,
Rumble,
Mania. Fuck,
What?
where is he?
Summer Scam. Eric Rowan is a WWE superstar, but could be great anyway. Oh, true. What the fuck are y'all talking? Man, Nyla Rose wants to be
Redbeard.
fucking what is it called? She got a heater with what's the
Guerrero.
There we go. I couldn't think of her fucking name.
Yo.
It's right there.
Bring
Yeah.
Vicky
Bob's
back.
mother, Vicky Guerrero.
Excuse me. Oh, shut the fuck up.
No, bring her back to manage Dominic.
Bruh.
Where the fuck is Vicky?
Yo, you guys see the meme going around of like why Dom, and he's like, because you slept with my stepmom because Edge was in the angle with Vicky Guerrero, right?
Right.
That shit is disgusting. Dolph Ziggler made out with Vicky. Edge made out with
We don't
Vicky.
need to go down that.
You had me at Vicky.
Vicky, like she sounds like that fucking disgusting ass, nasty ass auntie or grandmother. Like, ugh.
Well, Icky Vicky. I mean, gotta write
Vicky,
yourself.
Vicky, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to ask you guys because we pretty much are done with all the topics. I think so. Solo Sikoa to the main roster that has already been confirmed.
That already
Yeah,
happened.
Unless you guys already wanted to touch on that,
Yeah.
I mean, if not, then yeah, I mean he's
They're
definitely
hyping it up,
officially
which is
on.
cool.
Right,
That's
he's
the thing
getting
I
a
think
big
is cool.
ass package. I've seen that for sure now.
We
That's
get
dope.
him versus Sammy as the first feud.
Yeah.
Yes, they've already started it, and Sammy's a genius. High five, Sammy.
He talking about sometimes blood. I mean, he said blood should not exclude you.
You're
I'm
right.
like, motherfucker, what? It's called
Right.
the bloodline.
It's called the bloodline.
The fuck?
He's the Skamoan though.
Yeah. Oh, brother. So my question is this: what was you guys' moment of the week?
For me, it's the scrum, and it's got to be the.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
how
got to
you
be
top
pipe
that.
bomb.
This motherfucker.
It's
You
one
know
of
what he
those
did?
of,
You know
this is
why?
embarrassing. I have to address this on my time. That whole thing.
Man.
Okay, but what about as far as the actual wrestling? That's behind the scenes shit. What is
Okay,
your
if
moment
we're
of the week for
talking
actual
in-ring?
wrestling?
Oh,
That's a hard one. That's a hard one because it's okay. Well, let's do this. Three. We're gonna do 3 moment of the weeks from Clash of the Castle, Worlds Collide, and All Out, so we can make it all. It'll be fair.
nice little put a bow on it.
Yeah, I
bow
like
on
fucking. Because I got 3 of them. I got 3 of myself. So I'm like, shit. Let
Go
me
ahead.
try.
You started.
So from Clash of the Castle, it's going to be the match between I would give it to Roman and Drew, but I personally would I'm gonna go ahead and give it damn, I need to see the card right quick. It's fucking
do you
AEW
want me
took
to
over.
run down and I have it.
I just need to see this. I just need to see one match. I want to say Riddle and Rollins, but I feel like there was one match that was better than that on that. show.
Gunther and Sheamus.
Yeah,
There we go. That right there
That's the one.
that was me. That was my favorite match on that show. Moving to Worlds Collide, Ricochet and Carmelo Hayes.
Right.
Top,
Ding.
right, that shit. Now with AEW, I made a bargain with that one because fucking 16 matches. Can we do 2 for AEW?
wow, you're just being greedy. It's the moment of the week.
I know,
The
right?
week.
Not
It's
moment.
the week.
We literally had damn near 3 shows that one day. Think
Yeah,
about it.
no. Yeah.
6
Yeah, we were
hours,
here for
16
that.
matches. Yeah, motherfuckers, I know. Okay. I don't even know because I want to go with the Casino Battle Royal
Mm-hmm.
without the ending.
Huh.
But then again, I also want to go with MJF return.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
Mhm.
I'm being greedy. I want it all.
Yeah.
You
Nick.
got one, KJ?
Yeah, we both waited. Yeah, I mean, we kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but I mean, if we're going out of each one, like Sheamus and Gunther, I hate to copy. NXT was undeniably that Ricochet Carmelo Hayes match was excellent. to me, it really put a big shine on Carmelo. And I like the fact that it continued. Like Ricochet gets the win over Trick. He wants to fight him again. So we'll see where that goes and how it plays out. But where do we go from there? NXT and then All Out. I mean, to me, the show was lackluster. It wasn't my favorite AEW pay-per-view. There wasn't a whole lot of like, oh my God, like then we got into the story of the night, which was, I mean, the reveal of MJF, how they did it with the, you know, they brought him out early with the Rolling Stones, and we all kind of knew who it was, or we hoped. But then when they confirmed it with the voicemail and then his music hit, everybody went nuts. It was wicked.
That voicemail was something spicy.
Oh, I love that. That's instantly when I was on here losing my mind. And
I wish I was here. I wish I was fucking here, bro. Oh my God.
I'll go in reverse order then, because to me, the CM Punk John Moxley match was my moment from All Out, because that's where we got the MGF return and everything. The Joker or in the Casino Battle Royale ladder match was a little awkward to me. The Bivens stuff was a little awkward, but getting that voicemail, getting that little video package of I told you, old man, I'm a snake. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled is convincing the world I didn't exist. And it's Punk from Ring of Honor. It was perfect.
Right.
And then obviously Worlds Collide has to be Carmelo versus Ricochet. That match kicked off the show phenomenally. And then with Clash, I'm going to go. I know obviously Seth Rollins and Riddle's kind of a sleeper with that, and obviously you guys both went with Sheamus and Gunther. I'm going with Drew and Roman, because that Tyson Fury moment, the solo moment, it ended awkward because they just forgot to say cut and just put on what was supposed to happen after the show on there. But that was the match that had me booked from you know, interested from bell ring to bell ring.
Yeah.
Now, can I just add something about Worlds Collide? I think a very overlooked moment, just because of some of the other things that happened this weekend. I really did appreciate and like how they did the entrance for Tyler Bate and the former champions and the Vision, and I thought it was really cool.
Oh yeah,
and as the, you know, kind of the death of the NXT UK belt, it was a really kind of nice.
I thought you were going somewhere totally different with that.
No, that's something else British, and then no.
I was like, I thought you were going. I'm like, whoa,
right?
No,
like whoa.
But no, okay. I do find this one question interesting, real quick, and I didn't want to, I guess, touch on
nice.
This.
I like this.
So, who do you guys now? Obviously, we've had the news come out that Pat McAfee is going to do a full-time deal with college football on Saturday morning, so he'll be stepping away from doing commentary for SmackDown. Who do you guys think is going to be that, you know, commentator with Michael Cole on SmackDowns?
Booker T.
Fuck really? Tell me you didn't just say that.
It's either going to be, well, shit. JBL made
Tell
an
me
appearance.
you didn't just say.
So, I mean, he could go with I mean, I would say Booker T, JBL, or either they're going to put Corey Graves bomb.
Well, that's who I think. I think you've overdone Corey with him on Raw. You have to keep him on Raw. Otherwise, Jimmy and Byron are going to sink that ship. I think, especially because you had him now being involved with Baron and all of that.
Bum ass Corbin.
I'm glad to be back on Friday nights, Mago. You get JBL.
I low-key thought you were going to Dusty Rose thing. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, we're gonna raise up Dusty from the ashes. It's great to be here, Daddy. It's another fine Friday night SmackDown here, Daddy. Through.
No, only reason why I think that Braun. I mean, what the fuck? Victor got me saying Braun Strowman. Let me read his comments since he's fucking upset.
Angry.
Screw all of that.
From House Left.
Braun Strowman returning and wrecking the whole tag team roster. And we'll be on SmackDown tomorrow. That was your moment of the week, bro?
Braun coming back was a big deal. I was shocked at how big the pop was.
I was
the
just
pop
about to
was
say,
gigantic.
Yeah, Braun got us on fucking Raw. What we had, like 4K or some shit on there, or 1.4K. Yeah, so Braun coming back obviously was a big fucking draw. Oh shit! Right. There you go. It was a big fucking draw. I wasn't expecting it, but
he gave it some
credit to Braun. I give that credit to us, but.
Hey, I just said it was.
Oh, I get it. But KJ, I don't think you gave an answer of who you think takes over on SmackDown.
Nah.
Fuck, that's a tough one for commentary, and I'm bummed out about Pat. I really am.
Facts.
We were just praising the guy for like he really gets it. He gets older school wrestling. He's a Rip Rogers guy.
He's somebody I look up to. I try and emulate that man. Honestly, I kind of.
Well, you start standing on the fucking table mid-show, we're gonna have some issues.
My wife would go whoop my ass before either one of you can fucking get your ass here.
But the goddamn intro song come out, all you see is Nick. Oh,
Right. This is awesome.
I like, bruh.
Right.
Man, I just say Booker T because he hinted at it. JBL because he was on the show, and then Corey Graves because that's their main person.
Who's out there? Like they can't bring back the King.
Mauro,
but he's a lead, right?
They bring back Mario. He got to stay. He got to fucking stay.
Yeah, kick him to NXT.
Yeah, he'd be okay with Cole though, because Cole's a nice guy, and JBL apparently, they had some issues, and we all know. I don't know if we all know, but Mauro has gone public about his battles with mental health, and it's a really inspiring story. If you haven't seen it, I think he's in a really compelling Canadian.
Well, I will forever. Me and Mauro have a connection that some people know about, but I will always champion that man. I think it might be a little interesting, a little weird because it'd be kind of play-by-play with play-by-play versus play-by-play with color. Like when you're looking at broadcast teams, you want that play-by-play with a guy that's gonna get the pops in, get the jokes in. I never
really truly understood the color commentary phrase. So I had this was I'm saying this was back when AEW was bringing in Mark Henry and Big Show. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean color? I thought color commentary because they talking about Mark Henry was black. That's what I was like, what?
That's the best thing I've heard all night.
It was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That recently happened to Cornette for the same thing. He was talking about what's his face from Ring of Honor when he was jumping in on AEW there.
Ian Riccaboni.
Yes.
Ian Riccaboni.
Ian Riccaboni.
Yes.
But the same thing. He said color commentators. Some of the fans on Twitter were like, "You're an idiot. That's rude."
I just truly didn't know. That's why. Because Mark Henry, he said, "I'm coming here to bring some color commentary." I'm like, motherfucker, you coming here to bring black commentary? What the fuck? Like, I was really confused. But then I started to, when I was listening, like, oh, they're talking about more realistic commentary, not that fucking scripted shit.
Right.
So I consider guys like McAfee now a color commentator.
McAfee's a perfect example of color commentary.
Yes,
Heenan,
it was
King, Heyman. They're color guys.
Well, it's the the commentator. Your lead commentator draws the picture, and the color commentary guy colors it in, makes it nice and pretty. Right.
Yeah.
So that's where it is, and you need that. I like when you have somebody that plays it very straight. Like we always talk, and I know people are going to be like, dude, get over it. But JR and the King were very much like JR played it straight for the most time, called the wrestling the way he saw it. And JR was that, puppies, this is funny. Oh my God, these socks. That's
it's Gorilla Heenan. And it's that same mold. I will debate you, though, that I think JR and Heyman were the better color and play-by-play. But
I like it.
That's splitting hairs.
A little bit.
Oh, how do you guys
also feel? Paul Heyman?
Huh?
Paul Heyman takes over for Pat. Roman don't need him anymore.
I'd be cool with that.
How do you feel about Tony Schiavone being on live TV butchering commentary now?
Terribly.
After he's butchered his hair with that Kentucky waterfall, that Jackson waterfall.
The reason why what the fuck? I try to approve a comment. So another moderator has already taken care of this. What the fuck? Okay. What the fuck? Okay, anyway, back to the real shit. Yeah, but so we was on live and I was listening to him. He was talking about a fucking coup de grace from fucking Pac. And I was like, motherfucker, what?
A coup de grace.
Coup de Gracie.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, I said that's a black arrow.
Mm-hmm.
He's no coup de grace. Like, no.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna start calling out botches on AEW commentary, I mean, Christ, you could keep you could set your watch to that. I feel like
no, it's a lot. And I'm positive that Tony Schiavone and stuff, we were like, really? No, he's going to pay us a lot? Oh, okay, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I really think it, because Tony doesn't really do much other than yell random statements.
We have to show up one day a week, and he just pays us a lot of money. Okay,
right?
Damn, that's true, bro. They only work one day a week. Damn, I just thought about that. Wow,
right?
That's a pretty nice schedule, I guess. But no, I was just, it was just curious. Like, everybody was talking shit about JR, him talking, him messing up. But now you got Tony Schiavone. Is he going to be next to get cut, from the thing or whatever? What's going on with that? But yeah, it was just an all over weird ass thing. I'm like, yeah, you calling the coup de grace, and we got Ace Steel in the background biting Kenny Omega and pulling his fucking hair.
Mm-hmm. Well,
CM Punk going nuts. Got Larry the Dog going fucking berserk. Kenny Omega literally got bit and his fucking hair yanked at for trying to protect the dog.
Well, and you got JR that just randomly says whatever comes to mind once in a while, and it's the funniest. My favorite part of the week is the random shit that JR throws in, and they're insults. They're smart digs, and I fucking love them. Well, this doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we know, JR. We know.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for saying what we were all thinking.
No, they got to work on their booth. I mean, they really got to figure it out. Taz is fucking money. I mean, if you could bring him back to the WWE and put him on color, dang money.
I think him and Excalibur, or especially Taz, singing Ruby Soho's theme is going to be like the band going down as the ship sinks. Like with the Black Planet. Is just Taz singing, Ruby's theme, because this ship to me is just sinking, and it's sinking quick.
Well, yeah, and I mean, realistically, Excalibur's got to figure his life out. He really does. He's a grown-ass man walking around with a sock on his face, and it doesn't bring anything to. Every time they clip to him, when they do those like road to all out, and you watch and then they're like, JR gives an honest opinion, and they interview Punk or one of the wrestlers, and then they clip over to this guy with a mask on who's like, yeah, he was quite technical. Shut up.
Right. He was quite technical. Shut the fuck up. So if everybody right now goes to search up Ace Steel on Google or whatever the hell you guys go to, go down to All Elite Wrestling. His official championships and accomplishments in AEW states bit Kenny Omega 2022. No, I swear to fucking God. Look that shit up. It says bit Kenny Omega 2022, threw a chair at the Young Bucks 2022. That is his fucking championships and accomplishments in AEW.
Look up Wikipedia?
Yeah, look up Ace Steel.
Because anybody can edit the Wikipedia.
I know, but
that's amazing. That's amazing.
It's funny.
I thought it was like the AEW official site.
Oh, brother. That should be crazy. Yeah. That's actually hilarious. I'm having a hard time believing that shit. This man really bit a man.
It happened.
Right.
Go
look into, I won't say the whole story. Go look into the story between Sid Vicious and Arn Anderson in the hotel room that involved a pair of scissors in WCW.
Yeah. Bro, fuck that's scissors, bro. This man put his mouth on another man and bit the man and pulled his hair. And he wanted to have well, what the fuck was that? What the fuck? What?
Yeah, but what did he shit happens though.
Bro, you gonna bite a man?
Hold on. If you visualize, yes, if you picture Ace Steel walking over, grabbing his arm like a fucking zombie and biting on it, yes, that's probably not the best. But if you're in the fucking heat of the moment, the guy shoves his hand in your face and it's there.
That's explainable.
6 feet. 6 feet.
It's right up there. Bite. If you spit, if anyone ever spit on me, run. Don't spit. That's the worst shit. I'll take a bite in the arm before someone spits in my face.
You spit on me, motherfucker. We shit.
Run.
Yeah, fuck that. But yeah.
No way.
That's pretty much it. Going through the quick rundown of what we did over today's show. Basically, we went over, they went over all the fucking pay-per-views.
Kind of, sort of.
Then we pretty much just touched on the whole entire CM Punk media scrum thing. Just basically going over, and just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Just trying to put words, put a fucking door to a door and see what kind of conclusion we're going to go to. And who knows what's going to happen within the next 6 to 8 months. We don't really know if CM Punk is going to be there still. We don't know if Ace Steel is still working there.
He don't matter in this story. Everyone keeps talking about it, but he don't matter.
Yeah, we don't know about that shit. Only motherfucker, he bit a man and pulled his hair. That's why. That's one reason why. But that happened. Braun Strowman is back inside of WWE. Finally, he left CYN. I think CYN is no longer now because EC3 is the last man standing there.
First and last.
Right, first and last, because all the Karrion Kross is on WWE, Braun Strowman's on WWE, and then what's the other guy's name that was in the Forgotten Sons? They're helping train next in line talent in WWE as well at the Performance Center. So that's pretty much partner.
Well, did CYN ever actually launch? Like,
yeah, I watched an episode.
They had a show.
It did. It was rough. It was rough.
Johnny talking about Tyson bit Holyfield, bro. They were boxing.
Wait. Why does that matter?
Nothing. Because I was dead. I wasn't even born around that time.
I know, but he ate the man's ear. He ate the man's ear.
So, Ace Steel. Tyson is known to hate, and Holyfield was known. Who the fuck is Ace Steel?
Nobody. We didn't know he was there.
What did you bite somebody for, weirdo?
I want to know the full story.
He's Johnny Hungy. He's AC Hungy.
Shit's shit.
AC Hungy.
I do want to see a video. I just want to see this man biting another man and fucking pulling the back.
No, I want to see fucking Punk connect with Nick. I want to see that punch.
Right. No, I want to see the Cutler cut. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I was correcting myself.
Oh, I want to see the Cutler cut that shows, the Young Bucks and Kenny actually trying to act tough going up to the locker room and everything, and how that whole situation kicked off. Because I think that's the thing, is they probably recorded that. That's a being the elite clip that's never going to see the light of day.
Oh man, if they want to, no, but do it. It's bank. It's money. You could make money with it. Literally, I picture like Punk sitting there minding his own business, the door bursting open. And you know when someone kind of stands over you and it literally finds a way to get the fucking your back up real quick. And then Punk just like stands up calmly. And it's like, right. Oh yeah. And they're yelling and he just doesn't say a word, just leans off and crack. And that's how I almost see it playing out. And then
who's he swinging on first? Let's take bets. Who's he swinging on first?
It was Nick. You knocked him out.
Why is he swinging on me?
Well,
no, I get it.
Right.
Yeah. What the fuck?
That man was already taken out by the chair. That already had it. He already had a chair bombing in before anything. I think he swung on that.
I want to know, like, was it a full out chair shot or did he absolutely fucking chuck it?
I think it was one of those. He was trying to play, wrestler fucking shoe horses or horseshoes to where he's trying to get the bullseye, the ring around the, chair right around the neck.
Man.
I don't even know. We're kind of late in the show to address Omos winning the title because it's never going to happen.
Well, the only title we need to be concerned about is the 24/7 7-Eleven Interstate 45 European World Heavyweight Championship.
Did he freeze mid?
Why the hell is Dana Brooke still? Oh, ain't that about a bitch?
Oh.
Well, we're freezing, so that means we're heading towards the door, folks.
Right, we're getting cold now.
I'm not frozen.
You are definitely frozen.
What the fuck?
I was like this for a good.
I want the screenshot of the face we were just making.
Yeah, I see the frozenness now. That's why I always have the goddamn stream in the background now. I'm like, fuck that. I'm just over that. All right, anyway, I'm done talking for the damn day.
All right, me too.
The brand has been deleted.
All right. Well, we'll do this because we haven't done it yet tonight, but we will remind everybody we do have our t-shirts out at Alt Wrestling Tees. Of course, we have the What t-shirt.
What?
The What t-shirt.
What?
The What t-shirt.
What?
I'm trying to tell you, but we also have the Mr. Every Night t-shirt. What? And then we have, of course, the Cut the Shit t-shirt, which is slowly becoming the Scissor Me CJ t-shirt.
Sorry, first of all, it's not the Cut the Shit shirt.
You literally you need a pair of scissors.
That's
yep. That's right. I'm about to go do it. Damn, I'm about to tell him go add some scissors to that shit. Scissor me, daddy. Do it, man.
All right, folks, and then beyond that, we are the Wrasslin' for Life Network. We do this all the goddamn time. Most weeks it's 7 days. We do not stop. If it's pro wrestling, we cover it. It's like having buddies on the couch with you. Never watch wrestling alone. And we have so much original content coming your way. We got lots in the plans. We might actually have new faces on the screen. We always have special guests popping up once in a while. Always and once in a while. Good job, KJ. But that being said, folks, we are heading towards the door. It's always been a blast. This is Let's Rumble, our weekly podcast. You can check it out on Spotify. Don't forget, if you use the code Wrasslin at SeatGeek.com, you can save $20 as well. And come back tomorrow for the doubleheader, SmackDown, Rampage, and subscribe, tell everybody you know we are here. Boys, it's always fun with you.
Why did you have to scream at me?
I don't know. I got really awkward. I was running out of air. I had to push it out.
Right. It just dive across the finish line there. No, absolutely.
Well,
looks
like there's been enough talk.
Nick, where do we see people?
On the flip side.
Yes, we do. Peace.